Welcome back to Kingdom of Nerds. I know it's not Monday Madness. This is Thirsty Thursdays because I know you mofos are thirsty for more news, more content, more rumors, and more scoops. What's going on, Taladia, Mama Bear, Degrassi, and Chris? What's going on?
Can I cuss?
No,
Boys?
you're not
Okay.
allowed to.
Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I was gonna say WTF. That's all I gotta say. WTF.
WTF. WTF.
You know what I don't like about this?
What?
Almost cussed. Why turn dark mode on, man? This white's killing me.
Yeah.
What?
Dark mode for guests.
Yes, I know. Once you go, let me stop.
I've got dark mode on.
How do you turn dark mode on?
Now you may not be able to do it since you already went live. You might have to wait until next time. I don't know, but there should be a dark mode setting now.
I've got survival mode on. That's where I'm at. I'm in survival mode.
Survival mode.
No, mine is permanently on dark mode. It don't matter what anyone else has it set to.
Yeah, well, how do I do it then? Oh, I can't do it because I'm in here with him. Wait,
You probably have to do go up into your browser settings.
yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, hold on now. Let me see if I can find it. You guys can go ahead and keep talking. I'll keep looking.
I like the book. Well, what's going on? What's going on? How was everybody's week?
What
Yeah,
a
it's
week.
Thursday, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
Thursday.
apparently.
What a week I had, man.
Yeah, it's been one, huh?
I got hit with 4 feet of snow here. Was not fun. I literally had.
I've had
Get your
builders
car
knock-
going.
And after 3 days of trying to move my car and having the tires spin on 4 inches of solid ice, I decided, I had a bright idea that, hey, AAA can get me out of this.
Mm-hmm.
So AAA
Yep.
came, they put the winch on and pulled my car out of that much ice. It was insane. So I have my car back. I am able to drive, and I'm able to go cause trouble around New York again.
It's good.
I've
Oh yeah,
I've had-
you guys get snow. So do we. Most like 90% of the time, our stuff are mirrored.
Yeah.
And
get-
some
It
of the
went-
snowbanks here are insane. I could hide in them standing up.
Yeah, it's like we had like 7 to 8 feet snow drifts.
We had Sunday. We had tornadoes, severe thunderstorms. We got about 7.5 inches of rain, and then later that evening, it snowed about 4 inches.
Ooh, Snownado.
Yeah, it's the craziest weather I've ever seen. And like I was telling Bruce, for growing up in Illinois, we had thunder snows. It would it would be like a blizzard, and you would see one bolt of lightning and hear the sound of thunder, and then that would be it. But
Snowden basically.
Th-
That's-
Thunder snows are absolutely fascinating. I was outside during one, and everything went purple. It was wild.
but I was like during that
I didn't
during the
understand. I
thunderstorms.
didn't understand why. Sorry, go ahead.
Thunder snows are definitely something my grandfather taught me about on the farm. But
Yeah, we still get them.
true.
We still get
Yeah,
'em.
yeah. And we don't, like where I'm at, this is when it usually snows in February. But it's only been recently where we've had more tornadoes in the last 2 or 3 years than they had in the last century.
Oh wow,
So-
that's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
I used to think that thunderstorms while the sun was out was something, but thunder snow sounds crazy.
Yeah, no, when it rains and storms and the sun's out, that's the coolest thing ever. But thunder snows are definitely a trip.
Yeah, they are. They're
Like,
also
like I said, I was walking home. It was dark everywhere, and you got the lightning thunder hit. Everything went purple. Up until that point, I didn't understand why so many like video games and stuff always associated lightning with the color purple until that moment, and it was like a bright like violet lavender. It was wild.
I bet.
Let me say hi to the chat. Donovan. Oh, this is going to be good. Bruce with cope. I haven't coped yet. This could mean something or mean absolutely nothing. I would love if Snyder tackled the authority. See that Dan Moore did a variant cover of Gun and the movie Superman together. Yep, it's awesome.
Was
Arrow,
that-
yes, that is good fit. The director Doherty, blah blah blah. Thank you guys. Hit that like button if you're watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're watching, lurking, please participate because we love everyone here.
Did you just blah 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 your audience and then ask for likes? Did you really just do that?
Is it, hey, wait. This is not MME, right?
This is not MME. We
Yeah, but he
actually
can get
haven't-
away with it
I'm
because
not
it's
gonna
charming.
say it. We actually
Yeah,
have an
we'll be
intelligent
taking
panel
shots.
tonight. Taking shots. We're taking shots.
Taking shots. No, I like. There's taking shots is one
Shot.
thing, but calling somebody out on their BS is another.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony. Welcome, buddy.
But yeah, the Authority. Why not? I mean, that's in his wheelhouse. Get him and Gunn on our. If Gunn's writing it, Snyder directing it would be awesome.
We'll talk about that later when we get to that section.
Besides, I heard a rumor, and I know it's true because I'm the one that started the rumor. David Ayers is going to do
Oh, jeez.
the Authority. Yeah, and I guess he's bringing in those owl people. I don't even know who the fuck the Authority is.
I heard a rumor. I heard a rumor a few minutes ago that John Cena is coming to reboot the Xena franchise as John Cena.
I don't need to see this image in my head.
Have you seen the new
You
Cena
can't
figure from
unsee
Mattel?
me.
I don't. Why am I seeing this image in my head?
No, but I would get that if they actually have one because I love Lucy. I love Lucy Lawless. I would definitely get her figure.
What?
That's John Cena. It's not Lucy Lawless.
No, I'm saying,
What?
but he said they Mattel or Hasbro released one.
Oh
No, I think the Xena figures from back in the day were Toy Biz. But there's a new
really?
Mattel has a new Cena figure it's like a translucent figure
John
with just
Cena.
Hey, Cliff.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
Cliff, what are you
Cena
doing? You want
did
to come on, Cliff? Wanna come
Toy
on?
Biz
Same
did the
thing
old,
I
Wanna
did.
come Want to come on the
the old
show?
Xena
Want to come on
toys
the
and
show?
Hercules toys.
And the cover that Donovan was talking about with James Gunn and Corn Sweat on the cover by Dan Moore is that one.
That looks pretty neat.
Ugh.
Like as a comic book cover.
I am never a fan. No, I'm never a fan of the self-insert, and this is
Hey,
a no for me. It wouldn't matter if it
You
was
you
James
went
Gunn,
in and
Zack
out a
Snyder,
little.
whoever. I don't like self-inserts into comic.
I mean, for me personally, Dan Mora doing the Superman
It's
design.
Dan Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dan
but
Mora.
I agree. First, we had him in Creature Commandos, which he
Well, when-
didn't do, and now he's on the cover of a Superman book. So,
When
Did-
when the movie
Go on.
comes out, the names of the people that are responsible for specifics of the production, like who they took from, what they took from who, all that stuff will come out. Who was responsible for what?
Yeah.
Once the credits roll, and then people will be able to start talking about it.
yeah, that's what they did for Captain America: Brave New World. They thanked so many creators that had a hand in creating or writing these characters. That was amazing to see.
There should
No,
be
that's-
some BTS features, some electronic press kits for Superman that'll just be focused on artists that inspired and worked on the film. So
Oh, that'd be cool. Because
I mean, I like the covers, like variant covers, because I like to pick up variant covers.
Yeah.
So some of them,
Is that-
like
oh no,
that's
go
for
ahead,
me.
Bobby.
I was gonna say like variant covers.
yeah,
They're very rare. Like they go for a lot of money. Like let's say 10 years down the line or something.
yeah.
Was
because,
that in the July solicits that just came out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Here's the
Uh,
problem with collecting anything. You always see it as an investment, but then you hold on to it so long you can't bear to give it up. And if you do give it
Yeah,
up,
and
it's just trade stock for something else that you want. You never make
Yeah.
any money back.
I will say this. When we got those stimulus checks during COVID, all those people that went out and paid exorbitant amounts of money for comic books, all you guys can screw yourselves, because they were paying $3,000 for a first appearance of Miles Morales. That book is down to under 1,000 now.
Aha.
It's crazy that it ever got that high. You're talking about slabbed, right? Like 9 6s or higher.
Slab.
Okay.
And there was a variant that sold for, the highest it sold for was $40,000, and now it's at about 12 or 10.
That's insanity, man.
Yeah, people were.
And then the reality is that something is only
not
really
the
worth
Miles
what
Morales the store, is it?
another person will pay for it.
Right. Yep. It's crazy. So let's get into some news, and we'll get the show started, because we're gonna go as long as you guys want tonight. We want to go 2 hours, we go 2. We go 3, we go 3. As long as we got something to talk about, and Chris, you're not leaving anytime soon. All right, first up, we're going to talk about the box office. This is up till today. We got Captain America Brave New World, made 3.4 for a total of 109 million for the first, 6 days or whatever. Paddington and Peru, 18 million. Dogman is up to 72. Hard Eyes is 23. Such a shame. Mufasa still holding on with $242 million domestic. Love Hurts, 13. Becoming Led Zeppelin, 6.2. One of Them Days, 44.4. A Complete Unknown, 71 million, and Companion, 19 million.
Do you know how awesome it is that Led Zeppelin doc is on there?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of music fans.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wait,
what was
Dogman did as good as? I'm surprised Dogman is doing as good as it's doing.
Look, it went up. Dogman made more money in its second week, or it goes up every week. It makes more money week after week. And what else? Didn't another movie just do that? I can't remember which one.
Probably One of Them Days, I think, went up.
Yeah, and it's so fun.
That's a surprise. Surprise.
And it's already available digital.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been available digital for a while.
Yeah, it would be. It didn't take but a week or two until.
Hey, Blue Jay.
What's the final number on Captain America? You got 109 domestic. What is it worldwide right now? I wonder. Did it hit 200?
It's over 200 and 200. Hold on. Let's see.
Not bad for. I mean,
worldwide is 202 million, with a budget of 180 million.
Lies, but okay. Lies.
Listen,
22 confirmed days of reshoots. That wasn't free. That's all I'm saying. Now, I don't know how much it cost.
Scoopers. It was built into the budget, buddy. Built into the budget.
How do you build reshoots into the budget?
It's money set aside for reshoots.
Part of that 180?
Yes. Am I correct?
I had no idea they did that.
Reshoots are always factored. Reshoots are always factored, but 22 days. That's 3 weeks. It doesn't sound excessive.
No, it doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like a shitload of money.
What they did with those reshoots, that it's not really about the money. It's about the sausage.
It's all about getting rid of Seth Rollins and bringing in Giancarlo Esposito. That really happened. That really happened.
They should have brought the Miz.
They cut Seth Rollins out. Yeah.
You needed a stuntman. You could have used the Miz. Come on.
The Miz.
They cut Shuri out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not mad about that one, I guess.
I am mad about that because they could have did a whole Wakanda thing. Damn it.
Wakanda forever.
Doesn't Wakanda already have a whole thing?
Yes,
but part of this movie was taken from the original Black Panther 2 before Chadwick died. So where adamantium was going to come in Black Panther 2, it came in here instead. They excised all that out of.
Unfortunately, his death had a bigger impact on the MCU than a lot of people realize.
Almost as big as. Well, no, it's definitely bigger than the talent that left. before then too. So
I would have been okay with. I don't know. I may have been. Fuck it. Bring Sherry in. Whatever. Like, I just didn't really care too much for the Wakanda Forever movie. But now what do you call them? Whatever the fuck they're called.
Dora Milaje.
Yeah, bring them in. They're badasses.
Dora
What are they
Milaje.
called? The Midnight Sisters. What are they called?
I
Something like that?
definitely believe that calling them the Midnight Sisters is
Dora
racist as
Milaje.
fuck, but so I'm not touching that one. But I do think
first you go to a WWE stream and call female.
that wasn't my fault.
Which you got to pass for that, Chris. I don't think the audience is gonna forgive you the next time.
I'm not the one that said it. I'm not the one that said it.
Midnight Angels.
Okay, see,
that's not much
pretty cool.
better.
But that's not much better. Anyway, I like them a lot. They're always my favorite part of the Black Panther squad. They're just badasses. And when they made the suit for him and Falcon Winter Soldier, I thought that was really cool when they came into Zemo. I would have loved to see it. I like them a lot. They're bad.
They were going to have their own show at one point.
Profiling.
How did I get? I'm not the one that said it. I'm the one that called it.
Okay.
Motherfuckers.
Say it with me. Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje.
Well, I always butcher people's names. I just now got.
There you go.
I just got what's his name
Explorer.
right. I just got what I butcher names like the Ejiofor. That's hard to say. Yeah. The guy that was in Amistad.
Cheeto Wall. It's just say Cheeto Wall.
Okay, and Gladiator and the other guy. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. I always butcher his name, and I love him as an actor. I literally just learned how to say what's his name
is Chris Pratt.
Sometimes I can't even say Gyllenhaal, so I just say Jelly Roll. Are we going to talk about how? Are we going to talk about how his sister's movie is a musical?
It's a musical.
I just learned how to say Marshala Ali. I just learned how to say that.
Wait, the Bride of Frankenstein is a musical?
I mean, there's a dance number and everything. It looks like Streets of Fire. You remember? It literally looks like Walter Hill's Streets of Fire.
Way to go, Bruce. You and Degrassi both. Wait,
what?
Especially you.
It's a musical.
It's a musical. Way to perpetuate the stereotype. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I like 5 musicals this year, and everybody's fucking profiling me. Thanks for profiling me, Chris.
Whoa. This is supposed to be a
I like 3.
Wait.
Wicked was pretty dope. Wicked was dope. I'm not gonna lie, man. Wicked was dope.
And I like Popeye. I like Rocky Horror. I like The Wiz.
Popeye was good.
Popeye, you need the spinach, man. It gets you the muscles.
Yeah.
I always get drunk into it.
I'm there because I usually wind up singing
my
for
shirt
days.
off. Taking my shirt off.
I always scream about how much I don't like musicals, and I start ticking off the ones that I like, and I realize, holy shit, I might like musicals.
You like musicals?
Yeah, there's a lot of them I like, man.
There's nothing.
Man,
there's
like
nothing
Yankee Doodle
musicals.
Dandy, The Music Man, Oklahoma. All
Sounds
those classics.
Music.
Yeah, Singing in the Rain.
Mary Poppins. What is this? What is this? What's going on here, Blue Jay? Take it off.
Blue Jay, he take it off.
Take it off. I'm not Max. I'm not taking off anything unless you super chat. Well, I'm not doing it. Even if you super chat, I'm not doing it.
Fling singles at him, guys.
I'll do the Trump.
Wait, what?
If anybody's got anything they've been waiting to have delivered via the United States Postal Service, I would highly recommend finding alternative arrangements for all of your shipping needs going
Because
forward.
we're just not going to have the U.S. Postal Service anymore. What? Why would we?
The joys with
they're
leaving.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on. No, DeJoy's leaving. Yeah, but so is the. I guess. I mean. It kind of looks like it's a Jeff Bezos situation where he's going to be our new postmaster general.
Doom Pillars.
Jeff Bezos?
I'm sick.
No, something like that.
Yes.
They're going private with the postal service. They're dissolving the board.
Wow.
They're dissolving the board and going private.
Hey, it took $5.
Take it off
for you to take
$5.
Now you got
No,
to take it off. Oh
No.
my God.
All
But
right,
that's enough about that. Let's be.
just here.
Yeah, can we? We're doom pilling. Can we talk about some fun shit? I got a question for all you on the panel. What do you think Captain America finishes at?
Okay,
450?
Blue Jay, you're stealing my tweet. You're stealing my super chats. Come on.
420.
420?
I'll
That'd
see
be
you.
good.
You
Yeah.
get a link to the show, Blue Jay. You're not getting me with my shirt off.
And that's without ancillary or anything, or any, that's without
I'm not
anything
doing.
ancillary.
I'm not
think it could
doing
finish
quid pro
420.
quo. I'm not trying to blackmail you to come on.
He's not Max.
Yes, yes.
That's what he's trying to say.
Oh, my
Jesus
God,
Christ.
I've never seen Max
Say that.
take his clothes off.
Oh my God, what is going on tonight? But
I don't know. I'm a bit tipsy tonight.
WTF, Blue Jay. I'm concerned for Amazon Bond. Doom pill.
I know. What kind of panel is it where I'm the only one that's behaving? That's crazy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm a bit hyper tonight.
I just got a text. Keep your shirt on.
Someone messaged you to keep your shirt on.
Yes. I will say this. I've been waiting for a package for a week. It keeps coming within 40 miles of me and then circling back and forth. It's insane.
Maybe
So-
they don't have AAA.
Well, like like I'm not going to do this. Is all I'm going to say about it is may your route be profitable.
So I was gonna bring this up, right? I went to see Mufasa the Lion King earlier.
How was it?
I gotta say, it was a good film. Better than Captain America: Brave New World. I can tell you that.
Huh?
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 What?
Yeah, Mufasa.
Bro, Dan just sent me. He just sent me a DM how to say Dora Milaje. He's watching the stream and he sounded it out in words.
Who's watching?
Bro, Dan.
Hello, bro. Then
That was funny. That made me laugh.
can you give
Milaje.
can you give Chris some hooked on phonics lessons so he knows how to enunciate?
Dora Milaje. There.
Give
I
him
mean,
some give him some English lessons. That
We'll do it now.
Uh-oh. Here
Since
we go.
me and Chris actually did the review stream, and I'm going on tomorrow night with Dial to do a spoiler stream. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Dial, please do so.
Wait,
the link is in the chat.
I am subscribed to Dial. I have been for years. Why didn't I see his review of? Has he talked about it yet? Has he even
We're
put any
doing it
videos
tomorrow
out?
night
Oh,
at
okay.
8
He's doing it
p.m.
tomorrow.
on Dial's channel. So
Oh shit. Huh.
it'll be a 3-hour review where everybody will shit on me for my take. Like they
Well,
always
Why? I
do.
love that movie. I don't give a shit
I
what
liked it.
anyone says.
Well-
I love that movie.
Well, let me get
I
my.
see
have
what-
the-
Well, let me get my
Since
quick-
me and Chris are the only ones that actually did a review on video about this, everyone on the panel that's seen the movie, without spoiling it, what did you guys think of the movie?
I gotta go first.
You go first. Go ahead.
I liked it. I thought I liked it fine. I do have some nitpicks. So it has some issues.
Mhm.
As a Captain America movie, I think it's pretty weak, but I do like Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie can carry a film. Obviously, he obviously carries the whole movie. What?
But
What? Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's a Batman related breaking
Oh,
news that just happened.
I thought she was like, wait, Anthony Mackie can carry a movie?
I thought so too.
I was
Yeah, he
like,
did.
that's kind of weird. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, Anthony Mackie can carry a movie. Harrison Ford was great. I always make fun of Harrison Ford sometimes. I like him as an actor, but he's always the grumpy prima donna.
He always grumpy.
I always call him the grumpy prima donna, but like I like Harrison Ford. I feel like, I don't know about you guys. I feel like this is what kind of confuses me. I like the movie fine, but
Mhm.
I feel like it should have been a Hulk movie. They should have had Bruce Banner in it, because why are we having these Hulk characters in a Captain America movie?
Because Captain American villains are boring.
You can make any fucking villain born. Any born villain make him interesting.
Has the MCU actually had interesting villains besides Thanos and Loki?
But you can make any character like any fucking character. But the problem is that like the leader, I forget that he's in the movie because I feel like they undercut him. Because I feel like his plan doesn't make any sense to me. Like it will get in.
I thought it made perfect sense, but we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But like,
I do want to call out a certain YouTuber, Mad Max.
What?
Because it seemed that he couldn't comprehend the fact that a certain character was on the road to redemption and his past was catching up to him. But Max think he can't delve through the layers of storytelling. He wants it right in his face and hold his hand, buy the movie. So just saying, Max, why don't you give it another watch?
But at the end of the day, I feel like I do like I mean the action's cool. I mean him with the wings. I like how like Sam doesn't have to suit the serum, but he uses his wings and technology to compensate, and then actually does well in combat. I actually like that about him. It makes him different from Steve, and I like that a lot. But yeah, I do have some issues, but we'll get to that later tomorrow night. But
Claudia?
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Nice. Claudia?
Sorry, so I think for me, Captain America, I'm just like not as brilliant compared to the Mufasa film. That's my take, right? I saw both films and I was just like, Mufasa has some oomph, but when it comes down to
hold on 1 second. I'm getting a phone call from Mad Max.
You're
I'll tell you to talk.
I'm screwed. I'm screwed. So
You're fine.
anyway,
Bruce is the one that's in trouble, probably. Go ahead.
Anyway, but yeah, as I was saying, comparing the two, I just didn't feel the connection for Captain America: Brave New World. It felt like a Hulk film, a Hulk 1.5, Incredible Hulk 1.5, because I'm just like, it's all about Thunderbolt Ross, and
yeah,
I'm just like, what about like Sam? There was no real, oomph for Captain America in this compared to Civil War as well.
Right.
Because thinking about it, right? A lot of people resonated with Steve Rogers compared to Sam Wilson. In this, you just like, who is Sam Wilson? They're supposed to make him Captain America, but I'm just like, I just don't feel it. I don't feel Captain America.
Understandable. Yeah.
No offense to those.
What?
No offense to anybody out there that thinks Sam Wilson is.
That would be me.
Well, it's his first standalone movie.
It's his first movie. This is
his first standalone movie. He's gotta be different because he doesn't have the super serum. And I think because me and Troy were talking about this today. That's Brodan. And one thing that we talk about that everybody else seems to forget when it comes to these standalone movies is that these are pieces that are moving you to the next big event movie. Not every standalone movie can be Iron Man or Winter Soldier. You go there to have fun, a popcorn movie, and then you get these characters and they tie up loose ends, and then it moves to the next big Avengers or Civil War or something like that. And nobody ever looks at these movies for what they truly are. They're plot movers.
All right, let me just say this about Captain America.
Okay.
He is a boring ass character no matter where you put him. If Captain America is not in a team or with other characters on screen or in a book, it is very boring. Think about it. Captain America, Winter Soldier. You had Iron Man and Winter Soldier, right? Wait, was it? No, Iron Man wasn't in
Black Widow.
No.
Black Widow. And then Civil War, you had most of the Avengers. Think about it. I
They
don't
were
think
team up
Solo
movies,
Captain
man.
America-
They were team up movies, man.
Yeah, team up.
You don't like the first movie, Bruce?
I love the first movie.
Oh.
That's my favorite Captain America movie.
I wish
What about
I
the
liked
1990
that
movie?
one. I wish I
What
loved
was that?
the first Avenger, but
What about the 1990 movie?
Get out of here with that nonsense. What is wrong with you? And speaking of which, I ate too much sushi. Have a great stream, everyone. Thumbs up.
mercury poisoning.
That's
Gotta lay off that sushi, Mac.
what Pittsburgh sushi. It's crazy how everyone has already moved on from this movie. No, I'm going to go see it again this weekend.
Well-
Oh no,
Well-
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. He's in the chat.
Who's in the chat, Matt?
I've seen a few people that I know a few people that have like watched it like 3 times already.
I've seen it twice.
Well, can I
Love
want to. Well, no, you go ahead, Mom Bear. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
Did
no,
you
I
see it
just-
yet, Mama Bear? Have you watched it?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I think
it's Mama Bear's turn. So everybody shut up.
Yeah, everybody
Mama Bear,
shut up. I want to
please
hear her
shut up.
opinion.
Please tell me.
I want to
What
hear
you
the
thought about
DC
this movie?
Queen's Marvel opinion. Let's go.
All right, Chris.
He's the
First-
queen of the
first
kingdom,
of all,
damn it.
First of all, I am openly bicomical. I am a
Okay.
fan of both DC and Marvel. I
What?
actually do have around here. Yeah. I do have around here somewhere a small Falcon plushie, which I absolutely adore. It's like one of those keychain things, but it's good enough for me. I love Sam Wilson. I have loved him since Winter Soldier. Soon as he like came over came
On your
came over the edge
left,
of the
baby. I
building.
loved him too. I love that. And Brodan
Oh.
bought a $50 shield at the movie theater.
Oh, love him.
But
Hey,
yeah,
welcome to
you're
being
right.
there.
I've loved Samson's On Your Left. That's one of my favorite moments in Endgame when he's like on your left and he's the first one to come through the portal after
Mhm.
Black Panther, of
Yep.
course. I love it, man. I don't know. I hope they give him more, man, and I want more Isaiah
Yeah.
Bradley too.
They just did
Is-
a Captain Sam Wilson Captain America pre-story. I don't know what it is, but there's a scene where they're going Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson. He takes Captain America to a barbecue,
Ooh.
and he makes a big deal out of Steve Rogers being invited to the barbecue, and he tells him, "It's not my first black barbecue I've been to." It's celebrating Isaiah Bradley's birthday. You got pretty much every black character that's in the MCU, well, in Marvel Comics, at this barbecue. Which I'm like, they don't hang out in real life. Damn it, this is only for the comics. But it was cool to see stuff like that they did.
That's one they should put up on the big screen. Just for me to have that pure enjoyment of it.
I could have done with a little less, Miami, merchandising. But other than that, I gave it an 8. I gave it an 8, because I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
movie.
Does it have
No,
problems? Yeah, it does. I can
Yes.
nitpick some things too. There was a lot of Incredible Hulk shit going on, no joke, and a lot of Eternal
that's
stuff
the
going
thing.
on. But
Every
that's
movie-
all
every
Marvel
movie
now.
has its problems.
Yeah, that's what
Every
Marvel
movie
does
has
now.
its problem.
Yeah.
There's not one out there that you cannot turn around and say is 100% perfect. There is no fault to it.
Yeah.
Everything has its issues. Would Red Hulk have been more ideally been introduced through an Incredible Hulk movie? Absolutely. Unfortunately, that's not an option for the MCU because they don't have the rights to that, as Donovan pointed out in the chat.
Well, I believe
Right.
they have the rights now. They could use the Hulk any way they can, any
Yeah,
way they
I
want
mean,
right
like,
now.
okay,
Disney
you
is no longer constrained by Universal. They're
But I actually appreciate because
Cool.
that would have been so fucking predictable. I actually appreciate the fact that he wasn't in it. I appreciate the fact that Sam had to do what Sam has always done, even before he became a superhero, and that's he has to converse with people. He has to counsel them. He has to talk them off the ledge.
Yeah.
That's what he always did. That's what his character started as.
Yep.
So, and I like the fact that they brought in who at the end. You know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but I thought she was a great breath of fresh air instead of bringing in, the fucking boring Hulk, smart Hulk, and all that shit. It's like,
The fucking boring
Degrassi, what did you think of Captain America?
I liked it. I thought it was a perfectly fine, serviceable superhero action movie. Fairly seamless until back into the second, going into the third act, and then it kind of gets a little wonky.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, I don't expect a whole lot from.
Did you
any of
guys
these
think,
movies.
Degrassi, did you guys think that, and because I'm hearing a lot of bullshit, but it's the same usual suspects. I thought the fight choreography was great. I love it that in a couple of scenes, Sam was fighting slow because he was injured and he's human. He's getting his ass beat.
Well,
and
he's fighting a Hulk, man. I mean,
turning the Falcon suits into basically supersonic jets.
Yeah,
that was awesome, dude. I thought that was awesome. Now, yeah, the CGI was, I know, but the fight choreography was great, you know.
And that's not on the artists. The CGI isn't. They're just not given enough time.
Yeah.
And then you have, work orders to come in to change things on the fly, getting ready to. I mean, it's just ridiculous how.
And people can say whatever they want to me because I'm catching a lot of hell for it because I know it's Anthony Mackie's movie and I love him in everything he's ever been in. I can't wait for Twisted Metal Season 2. But the heart of that movie was President Ross and Isaiah Bradley. They were the heart of the movie. Like they really were. Especially the Isaiah Bradley stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Harrison Ford did not film this one in, man.
Bradley stuff.
I will say this.
I went back and read Truth again.
Oh, that's such a good read.
Yep.
I will say this. I think the post-credit scene is just pretty dull.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
It's just the whole something's coming.
Look over here.
That's going to be.
We need to talk.
That's going to be a problem for them going forward, I think.
Well, I think now they feel
because each one of these movies rests
they have to stick one in there, And really, what did he say? What did he say? Shit that we already knew, shit that we learned about in Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. Like we know this is coming. Like what? You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
This one had like a finality to it.
Scene. Not every MCU film needed the post-credit scene. If you can't get an actual good one, just don't even bother. We just gotta. It's like something's coming.
Not every movie needs a post-credit scene.
Right. Dun dun dun. Captain America will return.
Dun. Oh, we got breaking news. Well, for comic book people,
Anthony Mackie has a new movie dropping on Max Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday.
The only thing I haven't seen from him yet is Elevation. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It hits Max this weekend.
She's getting a new costume. That's it.
I mean, I'm in, bro. Buy high red boots. Let's do this.
There's a second design.
She's getting a little bit more than a new costume.
Yeah, she's getting a whole new redo makeover by Sophie. Who's writing it? Sophie.
Writing it and drawing it.
Yes, Sophie Campbell. It's a whole new take on Supergirl.
God, how mad would people be? How mad would people be if, because how people are like, I don't like the Superman with his undies on the outside. How mad would people be if they put Kara in pants?
Stop.
Like,
they wouldn't be mad. They wouldn't be mad if they put her underwear outside of her.
No, they put her in pants, and people would lose their shit. Here's what I would do: take away the cape
for over a year.
Take away the cape, put her in a tank top and some baggy jeans, make her look like one of the brats. I'm in, bro. Give me something new, just to piss people off, man.
Hey,
all right.
I don't like the slander of no trunks thing. I don't like.
I mean, everybody, they're all kind of getting a soft, non-event type reboot.
And I think that should be cool for comic book collectors. I hear a lot of comic book collectors get mad because they changed this, they changed that. Well, ain't that what you want? Something new for your collection?
Yes.
You don't always want Superman to look the same or Batman to look the same.
That's why I don't understand a lot of comic book readers, allegedly comic book readers. You have comic books have always changed. The characters have always evolved. They have never been the same. If they kept Superman the way he was when he was first introduced, nah.
What if
Or
we get?
Batman? No.
What if we get a? What if we get a Batman where he had a rainbow suit? Would you
Yes, he
accept
had
it?
multiple rainbow suits.
Would you accept
he
it
had a
live action?
bullseye suit or rainbow suit.
Yeah.
You
It's
would
a
accept a rainbow Batman suit in live
Yeah.
action?
Superman
Why not?
pink, Superman green.
What up?
Yep.
Now that would be cool. Superman in green.
No, I
Man.
dared James Gunn. I dared James Gunn to like just at some point in this mess, put him in the electric blue suit just for like an episode of a show or just once, just change his power set just so we can all have a good time with it.
People would freak out. I would love it and sit back and enjoy.
Okay, because it was so bad when they did it, but now going
It
back
was
and looking
bad.
it,
Electric
but it's
Blue.
kinda
Lucifer will be eating his
kind
popcorn.
of cool now.
Speaking of new suits, a certain Dark Knight is getting a reboot coming this year.
Which Tom
And
Taylor
with that
retweeted.
comes a new #1 Batman and
Emblem.
a new Batman costume.
And an emblem.
Look at the new
Okay.
emblem and costume. Let's go. Gray and blue.
It's very Adam West. I'm not mad at it. You know.
I go back and forth. Like when John Byrne, when he was at DC, he put Batman in the straight black and gray. And I loved that.
All right,
But I can do, but I miss the oval, man. I miss the yellow oval.
I just took a
Oh,
hit.
yeah.
So let me look a little closer. I'm gonna enlarge this. I'm 50 at midnight. I like the emblem.
I don't know
The
if I
thing for
like the
Batman that
yellow
always
emblem.
sells me, believe it or not, guys, is some dumb shit. But I always look at the ears first.
I like the cod piece.
I
always
like
look
the
at
cowl.
cod piece first.
I like this cowl. I'm not gonna lie. Look at it. They're baby pointies.
I didn't even look
Yeah.
at it.
I always like the baby pointies, man. I mean,
You
the
didn't-
big,
you didn't like
the
the-
big
you didn't like
Christian
the-
Bale 7-foot fucking ears.
Yeah,
never
long
did it for me.
ears.
Yeah.
I just go, but I cannot pick I don't know. I'm cool with it. I don't like the blue.
And I love those movies, but I like the ears. I like the ears. That's the first thing I always look at. And I like the little pointy
Wait,
ears.
you didn't like the 94 ears?
94, that would have been
1994 ears of Batman in comics.
oh well, you're talking about a guy that doesn't read. Yeah, see that's
Yeah,
too
but those Kelly Jones covers are just
that's too
beautiful,
much.
though.
But I like the art though. That's great art. But
yeah.
man,
Kelly
bro,
Jones is just
there were some big
Kelly
ears.
Jones is a banger.
I mean,
And,
you have to think about it. There's no functionality there. He would have to literally duck before he walked through any doorway. Yeah, he would have to, he'd have to because he's not gonna be able to fight with those things.
Is a variant cover for issue 1 of Batman.
What if they're like high tensile where like they bend like reeds
Not
and
mad
just
at that.
snap right back so they don't get in the way? Like what he uses in that absolute Batman's wings and his hooks. There's you could make up any kind of nonsense science.
All right, let's move on from. We've been talking about the box.
Show me
office
that
of
cover
movies.
again. I want to see that cover again.
Which one?
The last one you just showed, the all black and yellow one.
This one?
No, the other one.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
it.
I do
this.
like that. Yeah,
Hey, Bruce.
that's dope.
Yes. Hello.
I sent you one that Chris will love.
Hold on. Let me see.
I don't know. No, you should probably put him in the DMs. Don't send me pictures unless they're in the DM. You can slide
There
my
we
DMs.
go.
to them. Hey, man.
The Rainbow Batman.
I'm in. I am in, bro. Never ever say
Yeah, the whole spectrum of colors.
real men wear pink. Just so you know, I'm not
Yep.
afraid to wear pink. Yeah, I
And
got a
you-
bright
Rainbow
pink
Batman
shirt.
was a thing.
And you guys said
Superman at
characters
one
can
point had rainbow
change.
powers.
Look at the orange one.
Yep.
What is a rainbow power? Hold on, explain. There's a
Seriously.
rainbow power. What is it? Like, what's the
Hold on,
peak?
What do you
hold
think?
on.
What do you think it means, Chris?
I don't know.
No.
That's
I got a visual for you. It's fantastic. Just give me a second.
But
That Rainbow
there you
Batman,
go.
Rainbow Batman. There's a McFarlane Rainbow Batman coming soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a
Ooh.
McFarlane Batman versus Super. Oh no, Justice League Batman.
There you go.
deal coming.
his collectibles are nice. I got all this Gears of War stuff. Yeah. He had some Gears of War stuff. I think it was McFarlane Toys.
Yeah, toy collectors are about to get some real bad news.
God, I know Superman. Look at that. Look,
That was volume 125.
just shooting rainbows out of your fingers.
Rainbows have always been in comics, you bastards.
Nobody remembers the Rainbow Raider?
Superman volume 125. There you go.
I'm so gonna look for that cover.
Are you really a DC Comics fan? If you
He's shooting
know who
Care
the
Bear
Rainbow
powers.
Raider is?
He's literally shooting Care Bear powers out of all
Yes, I
10 of his
remember
fingers.
Rainbow Raider. He hasn't been used in a while.
No kid.
Good old
Let me bring up
Roy
Raider.
G. Good old Roy G. Bivolo. Yeah, it's so stupid.
Wait, where is it?
He's super. Thanks for asking. Okay.
Man.
There we go. Meet the Rainbow Raider. He slays.
I love it.
What does he do?
He shoots
He
out
raids
rainbows.
rainbows. He raids rainbows, man.
You know, and then later on, his suit became like that.
Wow, unbelievable.
Golden Age was wild.
Oh yeah.
They didn't.
Golden Age.
Golden Age had no filters, no lines were being crossed. Nobody complained and wrote to the editor, "Oh my God, there's a rainbow in my comic."
No, they did. They did.
They just ignored it.
Yeah, but I mean, not like that. But you definitely had.
Oh,
No,
that's right.
they
made
did
a
have
big-
some regulations, but you know.
Yeah, they
Days
did.
we're going to have to talk
Oh,
about.
that's right. There was a whole big thing about Wonder Woman and her sidekick were lesbians.
They did that with Xena and Gabrielle for years.
They did it with with Bruce Wayne. Like that's what Frederick Wertham used for his basis of Seduction of the Innocent. Basically, it was like, what is this man doing, adopting a teenage boy and putting him out on the streets? You know, that was the whole.
Wait, wasn't that Matt Gates?
No, that was
Oh.
well, that
He did adopt a teenage boy.
that's the thing. It's like, why did I was going to say Charles Foster Kane, but why did William Randolph Hearst buy all the newspapers, right? So he could control the media, but you know, just watch Citizen Kane. But anyway, I had a point and I have lost it.
It's fine. Let's move on from this slide. The slide is making me nauseous.
Yeah.
All right, some rumors.
Oh no!
Spider-Man
Wait,
4
letters to the editor. People wrote awful letters to the editor about stupid shit like that all the time.
Spider-Man 4 has been described as a new take on the character. It will have a new supporting cast. Destin Daniel Cretton will be taking this film in a new direction.
So are we getting Spider-Gwen?
I don't know.
Do we want it?
No, we're probably getting Miles.
No, I mean Spider-Gwen. That's
Whether we want it or not, they're going to do it.
I want
Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy.
I don't want Miles and this guy together. No.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
It's gonna happen.
No.
I just want Miles. I don't know why he's got to be palling around with Peter Parker just yet. I just want Miles. There's your fix for the Sonyverse.
Peter Parker.
Isn't all this kind of obvious? Isn't
Yeah.
I mean, it I don't know. This one don't smell right.
It smells like an egg.
It smells like mustard and onions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of has to have a new supporting cast. I mean,
Yeah, there's
none of the
no
old
question
cast
about
Nobody's
that.
gonna
remembers
remember
him.
him. Yeah, nobody remembers him. So that would make sense. Nobody remembers him.
So you either get a new supporting cast or him stalking MJ, which is just creepy.
I can get both. He's like me swinging
You
out the
might get
window looking
both.
at.
I don't know. I didn't like his supporting cast at all.
I
I don't like him.
I own those movies and I'll watch them, because of what they are. But man, they're rough for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the Flash Thompson character in these. Oh my, so bad.
I'm not going to
Flash,
do like
Flash
3
Thompson,
years
his
of
buddy
streams
who was
about it.
supposed to turn into a hobgoblin. No, I can't see him on a glider.
But I have your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man now, so I don't need this.
Yeah, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is actually really good if you haven't seen it.
I've made that my MCU Spider-Man headcanon.
That's
That's what
Yes, he
really
does.
happened.
Canon.
That's what really
canon.
happened.
Wait, who's the one? Wait, who's supposed to be the Hobgoblin?
Ned Leeds.
Which
No.
one's he?
He's the fat one.
I thought
Hey,
they were
now
going to
he's
turn him
not
into
fat
like
anymore.
I thought they were going to turn him into like a Doctor Strange type.
not bad.
What do you
And,
call
and the
them?
movie.
What do they call
They
them?
were, but I think that like COVID and people dying and shit just
Doctor-
messed everything up.
Doctor
man.
Strange is his name, but what's it actually called? What's that group called?
What
The
happened?
Sorcerer Supreme.
No, that's the one that runs the group, and Doctor Strange is part of the group. But what do you actually call all those magicians? What's their group called? Because I thought they were going to turn him into one of them because he was turning the little sling ring and all that. Remember making the hole? That's how they were able to jump in and out, was because of Ned. So I don't see him on a glider either. I don't. They just.
Yeah.
I don't either, but it is what it is.
He was Hobgoblin in the comics, but that's one thing. If you hear the dog barking, that's the one who is on her way to a full recovery.
Oh, great.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Feel better.
Let
Ed.
it bark.
If I lose internet, just keep talking because my internet is acting
What's wrong
up
with
right
the
now.
internet?
It's-
Go ask the
Masters of
neighbors
the
to
Missing.
boost their signal, and you'll be fine.
Get fiber optic.
I don't have Sticks internet. All right. All right. Bob. Moving on. Dave Filoni's Star Wars film will reportedly begin filming next year.
Isn't that
believes
Mandalorian
it?
or is it a different one?
No, it's a different
John
one.
Favreau directing The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah. I don't know what he's gonna do. I bet it ties him with Clone Wars somehow, something like that. You think he'll go Jedi route? He might.
I don't know. I just
It's
want
the
Star Wars to move
again,
on. Move on.
we have to. There's
That
like
is
200
moving on.
No, it's not.
We still have. Okay, so
Go
what do we
ahead.
have?
Keep going,
Andor
Degrassi, because if you don't, I'm gonna start ranting. Go ahead, please say what you're gonna
No,
say.
Andor and then Mando and Grogu are the only 2 things we've got that we know.
I still want the
whatever.
Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron. We're never gonna get it. But I'll look. I'm taking Star Wars any way I can get it. If it sucks, I'll still power through it. I did it with The Last Jedi. I do it with The Last Jedi. I mean, I hated Andor at first, and then when I watched them back to back all at once, I loved it. Some of them you gotta watch back, and I like Dave Filoni. And what do you mean Star Wars needs to move on? What if they just
need
one
to
day
move
stop
on
making
from
comic books?
This whole Ahsoka timeline, Bad Batch.
Just because it's
Freaking
Dave Filoni
Rebel
doesn't mean it's
timeline.
gonna,
Move
okay.
on,
Just
move
because it's
away.
Dave Filoni
Put Star Wars on
doesn't
Earth.
mean. I mean, it might be, but just because it's Filoni doesn't mean it's going to be Ahsoka. It doesn't mean it's going to be bad.
He effectively
Star Wars on
serves- He's filled the George Lucas role for the franchise.
For all we know, we're going to get the Old Republic finally. We don't know.
And I think he's keen to wrap up whatever he's got started. And I think all that stuff, even the Bad Batch, is going to play into it. Because the plan was always to basically do what they're doing in the comics now, right? Was to focus on that period between Jedi and Force Awakens, right? And that's where he's been with everything he's done post Clone Wars, right? Except for stuff like, if it's not Clone Wars related, it's all in that era between the two trilogies, right?
Yeah.
So
I just wonder if he'll go clone route or if he'll go Jedi route, or if he's just going to give us some bad shit. I don't know.
you're always going to have more Clone Wars.
Just put
What
Star
is it?
Wars on
Every time
Earth.
we bring up Star Wars, the debate gets heated.
Let's
Well,
eat
Everybody,
it. You gotta eat
everybody
it.
has that. Everybody has that one thing they love more than anything. You know, I got Transformers, G.I. Joe, all that. But my favorite thing in the world is Star Wars, so I don't want to see it end.
All right. In honor of someone that's not here, he's actually doing his wrestling show tonight with Absolute Geek Podcast with Matt and Sticks Boy. But I don't know. It's just we've been in the same universe, the same timeline forever. I just want to move on. Let's get new Star Wars. Let's jump 1,000 years into the future.
Remake Star Wars, The New Hope. There you go.
Yes,
Then they
start
just
with
get to
Rey
get-
as Lucina Skywalker. Lucina Skywalker.
What?
Lucina Skywalker.
What does that mean?
It's pretty much always
know
been
Luke?
Filoni's job, right? Since Filoni started with George doing that first movie in the animated show, was to, I think he took it upon himself to kind of fix the things that he thought George did wrong, right? With the prequel trilogy. Let's
Yeah.
rectify all these mysteries and all this stuff that George left just hanging out there, right? Let's try to fill in some of those gaps by telling a new story. And I think
And
that's
Dave
what
knows
he's
what it-
trying
and
to
Dave-
do.
And Dave knows what he's doing, okay? Because there was a time when all the stories he was doing was new stories, you know, like, and everybody loves all 7 seasons for the most part of Clone Wars. Ahsoka's one of the most beloved characters now.
Rebels was a great show.
Rebels, people
Um,
love Rebels. I have faith in Dave Filoni, like I really
Yeah,
do, man.
I think everyone else does too, at least the ones that would matter.
The fans, yeah, the fans are that.
Well, no, like his bosses, like Iger, Kennedy, you know, because he's not the last word creatively, sure, but
no, we
he's
know
still
who the
got
last word
orders.
is. We know who the last word is.
Oh yeah, it's my aunt Cat.
Dun dun dun.
Aunt Cat bought you an apple pie
She-
at the store
Or
instead of
hell,
making you
Queen
one from
Queen
scratch.
Kathy.
She who shall not be spoken.
How dare
I
she
am so
leave this
glad Tom
franchise
is not here
to?
for this.
But the Hasbro conference call was what did they call the Star Wars toy line?
Black
They
Series?
used just every range that Hasbro has. I'd have to look up what the words were exactly, but they weren't good.
I don't know why they sell great. They make tons of money.
I
off
don't think the Star Wars toys.
Yeah,
do
they're
great.
struggling right now.
Yeah, it's
Wonder
the
what's going
Black
on right now.
Series and the higher end stuff that sells.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. What are you guys talking about? I'm talking about like adult collectibles. I don't know
Well,
about the actual toys.
And,
Oh, hail Queen Kennedy! Wow, you guys really gonna put that on the table?
Oh hell, Queen Kennedy! Let's take the opportunity, please. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, please like, and please participate in the chat because Chris likes to argue with the chat, and he hasn't done that yet tonight, which I'm surprised.
These are my people.
These are your people.
These are my people. I don't have to
Profiling.
argue with them.
He's profiling.
They're
now.
not. They're not angry at me over dumb shit.
Which did you see the private chat?
Yes. All right. Thank you, Taladia, for stopping by. Please
Sorry that
sign up
Take
and
it easy,
subscribe to Taladia Plays. He has to head out. It's like 4 a.m. where he is.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't stay
Yep.
longer, guys. It's really late for me. And
I gotta be honest, Salati. I'm sick of your shit, man.
Thank you,
What do you
Robert.
You just come in and you
Have
always
a good-
leave.
Have a good morning, Talani.
No, I forgot. He's in England where it's like what?
Yes, he is.
4 in the morning right now. 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Don't
it's like
forget, the UK will be the 52nd state by 2027.
oh
Good luck
wow.
with that.
All right, good luck with that. Anyway, I'm out. Take care, everyone.
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be.
I don't
Here's
think
what I
so.
here's. I think it's going to be here. Look, 51. Okay, it's going to be
That's it.
Norway and Greenland and all them because I mean, let's face it. You know,
That's never gonna happen.
if we want it, we're just going to take it. And
Okay.
then the 52nd state. Okay, the new 52 is going to be Canada. Then after Canada, we'll go after Europe. I think we can pull it off.
Anybody with teenage children should be
Oh wow, look
quaking
at that. Chris had to go over
in their
something.
boots right now.
That one world government shit kind of scares the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I hope it's not real.
Uh-oh.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how like all the what's funny to me is as part of this upside downism is that the people that have been telling us that billionaires are evil and are going to put microchips in your brains and load you all into work camps are the ones who are supporting billionaires putting chips in our brains and loading us all into work camps.
I mean, if they pay well enough, I'll put a chip in my brain. Fuck it. You know, if the pay's good, I'll take the mark. I don't care.
Yeah.
So
It's
about this
just upside
picture,
downism.
Bruce. What's next?
We
What's
just got
Hey, what's
another-
with the cowboy hat, man? Like,
I don't know. That's his look. It's his thing. I don't even know where he's from. He's probably from like Baltimore or some shit. Like where they
he's
know.
from Ohio.
Where is he actually? Where is Filoni from?
I want to say he's from the Midwest.
I don't know.
We don't wear fucking cowboy hats
There is
here.
a thing called Google.
Yeah, I know, but that means I got to.
Yeah, but even that doesn't work right anymore. Pennsylvania, what do you know?
Oh, that makes sense.
There you go.
It seems that Mark Waid, legendary writer, is taking over Action Comic Books. He's going to do a
Rainbow Batman.
It's more than just a
Superman,
takeover.
Superboy.
It's
Superboy. He's doing Superboy's stories.
Do you understand what the implication is, right?
Yep. They're
Ooh, we're
going to
short.
retcon some stuff.
Well,
Crypto's
no,
getting origin story.
I'm talking about outside of comics. You're
What
gonna
do
do
you mean?
something a Superman movie's never done.
A Superboy movie?
Probably one of these days. No, what has no Superman movie ever done? Superman was never Superboy.
Oh. Well, except
We never had the adventures of Superman as a boy, as it was originally, right? With
Yeah.
the suit and the whole deal, right?
and that would lead into Legion of Superheroes in the future.
Yeah, like why is it if he's only been Superman for 5 years, he's kind of a Mary Sue. Yeah, not if he spent 2 decades in the 30th century.
Exactly. So Superboy might be, you're right. Superboy might be coming because Superboy spent a lot of his time in the 31st century, and that's where he trained and learned how to be the Superman we know and love.
Yep.
All right, moving on from Filoni and his fedora. Daisy really agrees with Lucasfilm's decision to prioritize quality over quickness of release for her next Star Wars movie. I don't think any fans will want it to be rushed. Lies. The wait will be worth it. Right now, Dom is having an aneurysm. I am too old for this. I can't wait. I'll be 70 by the time this comes out.
So the guy who is writing this is also the director of that new Anthony Mackie movie, Elevation. George Nolfi. And I'm going to assume that he's probably going to end up being the director of this too. But we'll see. But he's got some credentials behind him. And I think it was on one of your last streams where we talked about an interview he did with a British film blog, where he talked about how this movie's going to have politics in it, and you should probably consider that have always having been a part of Star Wars, and there's no reason to.
Politics.
So
yeah,
Make Coruscant great again.
You know, it's funny because what was that Sunday? Sunday, Dom went on a rant about politics and Star Wars, and everyone's like, you do know that politics has always been in stuff. Well, it's worse now. Okay, give me one example. He couldn't give me an example. His source for this quote was attributed to Daisy Ridley, that it was going to be more political, which is wrong because it was the director that said it. And he couldn't give me one example of politics being shoved in his face of current, but it's there. I'm like, where? He couldn't give me one example, but if they're going to do straight up politics in Star Wars, I am all for it because I want to sit back and watch the people's heads explode. Let's go.
Well, that's just kind of everybody's argument when they bitch about Star Wars. Then people will be like, hey, man, politics has always been in Star Wars, you know? And then later on down the line, they'll say, there ain't no politics in Star Wars. I never understood that because there is politics in Star Wars, but it more now, maybe what Dom meant was that there's always a political discussion orbiting Star Wars, not actually in the movie. The only one I can think of that had a political message, like a full-blown political message was the Rise of Sky, or not the Rise of Sky, the Last Jedi, and it was only one part, and it was kind of like, don't treat animals
and
bad.
I think what people attribute to politics is in politics.
No,
like
it's not. It's more the identity shit.
Not politics.
Yeah,
basic human rights is not politics.
Yeah, or there was a little bit in Solo, but it was more like, hey man, be kind to your robots. You know what I mean? There's never any real politics in there. Not that I could tell. Other than Star Wars politics,
So,
but
Star Wars came out of what? Lucas wanted to do Flash Gordon. Universal told him no. He said, I'm going to do my own thing. But before that, he was going to be the original director of Apocalypse Now, and Apocalypse Now was going to be a mockumentary.
Because
about
the Vietnam War. Yeah.
Right. And some of the ideas from that he took into Star Wars.
Yeah, I think there's always
the open
subtle
rebellion
politics
against an oppressive.
Yeah, I think there's always subtle politics in there. But what I mean is, I've never felt like Star Wars has crammed politics down my throat. Not even the political scenes in the prequels. It never felt like it was crammed down my throat.
Xenophobic about aliens and stuff joining
The Empire.
There's a whole lot of it there.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a $2 super chat. The Dark Star. Jawas are political and they deserve no rights.
Listen, man. Listen, asshole. I know you are. All right. And I hate Jawas, and you're doing this on purpose. So I hope that $2 is worth it.
I love Dark Stars though.
That's Trade Federation.
That's Brodan fucking with me.
Can we get this on a t-shirt?
Yes.
So here's what George Nolfi said. If you think about George Lucas, the 6 movies that he did in the universe that he created, it's actually very steeped in broad notions of politics. It's not talking about today per se, but there's the empire's Nazism / Roman Empire, the democracy of the Roman Empire collapsing and becoming an empire, and the perennial story of human beings organizing themselves against chaos, and then the tools that help human societies tamp down on that chaos and when it becomes oppression.
Okay, but when you guys watch any of these movies, and there's like 11 of them now, do you ever feel like, oh, I'm not allowed to like this character. I have to choose a side. I'm never allowed to think Darth Maul is cool. These politics are banging me over the head. I can't even enjoy my movie. No, politics are in everything. Politics are in everything.
Let me just address that. No one is telling anyone not to like a character or they can't dislike a character.
But a lot of people feel that way these days.
A lot of people is not the internet, Chris. It's not the internet. If one person says you guys are racist, bigoted trolls because you didn't like this character so and so, blah 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 blah, that one person does not speak for everyone. That one person speaks for themselves. So
okay, I'll give you that.
Or a very small but vocal minority.
Yeah.
Because the majority is usually silent.
Right, but when you have an entire, because I didn't like what they did to what's her name, Moses. I didn't like that.
Oh yeah, that was
shitty.
Yeah,
and Ewan McGregor came out and spoke out against it. So that caused this big war. So when What's Her Face from The Acolyte, which I actually enjoyed, but when you got artists, talent that are making entire diss tracks because they feel that shit on, then it's not just a small voice. Everybody
that
was shitting on her.
wasn't a response to all the hate she was getting.
Well, that's what I'm seeing. It works both ways. It works both ways.
How can you hate that girl?
They're
man?
giving her all this hate.
Politics are.
They're giving her all this hate. They gave Reva a ton of hate. I never understood that. Like, just shut up and watch the fucking show. What I mean is, it can be made political from both sides. The people that are in it and the people outside watching.
I'm going to call you out on that. The left doesn't go around hating people for who they are and what role they're playing in movies. That's never happened ever.
No, but who said they? Yeah, but who said that? Who said they did?
I did. I just said that.
No, but I'm saying whoever said the left attacks the movies. No, they. I've never heard. I've never seen it.
Don't. Usually, the ones that attacking the movies and the actors are far right extremists with YouTube channels that are built on hate and hate clicks and getting monetized for hating everything.
Or profiling.
It is. That's literally what it is. It's
and we got Dog Star with another $2 super chat.
This
you will
sounds so
never
weird.
get my chill, brokey.
This sounds terrible, but I want to start a channel called Helping Men and Boys.
Oh,
okay, that's not going to work out very well at all.
How about we call it the blue pill?
The blue oyster.
The blue oyster.
You know, like
I have a feeling you're going to get a lot of people. Sorry.
I don't know if it's so much a loneliness crisis with men. I think it's a loneliness crisis with everyone, men, women, and everything in between. But young men are listless. They have no bearings. And I don't have kids, man, but I've got nephews, and my brothers raised them, and when I look at them, I see the old world, the one that we used to know.
Yeah, right? I don't recognize this one. That's for sure.
And you know, I've talked about one of them. He's 17. He's already got into medical school. He's starting pre-med, he's owned his own business for years. And I look at him and I'm like, this kid's going to be a doctor, you know. There's no question about it. He's already got a CNA. He spends his summers working in a nursing home. Owns his own business, candy business. Doesn't ask his parents for anything. And I'm like, man, dude, I get it that it's hard, but a lot of dudes don't have somebody to talk to, man, and that's sad.
Daryl Taylor, they gave the little girl who played young Leia hate. She got a lot of hate for her role as young Leia. Carrie
Fisher got a lot of hate for being a girl boss in the 70s and 80s. They're letters to the editor of the trades, the Hollywood trades, where they're like, what is this? Who does she think she is? Why does she have a gun? Stupid shit like that.
In her place.
Yeah, why is there a princess isn't a hero? It's like, and these are people that grew up with Snow White and Cinderella, and it's always been there, you know. When in the 90s, when
I think that it's a real thing now that I think about it, because I did grow up with a lot of that, man. And you know what I've noticed now that I've gotten older? People are going to choose what they like and what they don't like, and they're going to choose a side. If you know what I'm saying? I never really tell people what side I'm on, and you're never going to agree. So stop trying to make people agree, or choose or come to your side. You might be able to enlighten. Yeah, you might be able to enlighten them on a few things, but you're never going to change their mind. And then it always becomes an argument. It always becomes a debate, and then it becomes personal. And that's when it's sad, because it's like, who gives a shit? Yeah, let's just go watch a movie, and if the movie sucks, we can all shit on it.
But like for real shit, you can don't feel guilty or stop yourself from shaming genuinely aberrant behavior.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. Is like, man, you cannot.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, you cannot be this way, man. Like, this is not the world, the society. It's not how it works. There's a contract.
No, I don't remember
a social contract.
there was always a little bit of like stuff like that growing up, but I never, not until today's world, but it's a different world. We're from different generations, man. You know, we just are. And that's why.
Yeah, but that thinking is coming back.
The governor of Illinois gave a speech yesterday, Chris. That you should
I
listen
saw
to.
it. I saw it, and it sounded like complete. I don't want to get into that because
You didn't get anything out of it.
oh, I got something out of it. I got how I nope. You don't want to hear my opinion on this. Trust me. You guys don't want to hear my opinion.
All right, let's move on.
I agree with him.
Jeremy Allen White is being eyed to be the star of DC's upcoming Sergeant Rock film.
Just once in my life, just fucking once. I wish I could have abs. Just one time. You know what it feels like. Look at this motherfucker, bro. He's fucking ripped, bro. I've tried my whole life to get abs. 13 years in prison. Never got fucking abs, bro. How the fuck are they injected? Do they just build these people in a fucking lab somewhere?
You got a movie studio paying for a 24/7 physical
Somebody
training,
clip
and
that, please.
I will
nutritionist.
Just once I would like to have fucking abs, man.
All right, let me finish reading the rest of the card. The
I'll be
script
right
is
back.
being
I gotta
written
pee.
by Justin Karitzkis, and will be directed by Luca Guadagnino, who did Challengers and Queer. And as you know, Daniel Craig has dropped out of this project. It was never confirmed that he was in the project, but he is no longer attached to this project.
He also, Karitzkis wrote Queer and Challengers.
Yeah. Yes, he wrote them.
And he's an actor as well.
And those are,
Yeah.
I've seen Challengers. Challengers is amazing. I want to watch Queer either tonight or tomorrow because I do want to watch that movie.
Ooh, he's writing City on Fire.
Chris, you got to work out to have abs. Where did Chris go?
But it helps when you have a
Buddy.
movie studio paying for a physical trainer and a nutritionist and you know, like if he's got any vices, you know, a sober buddy, and all that, you know. So that's not coming out of his check.
Yeah. I he's been he's such a good actor. I wouldn't mind seeing him as Sergeant Rock. I didn't think Daniel Craig was right for the role for me anyways, but
All I want, my only wish for this movie is that they cast Bruce Campbell as Patton or Eisenhower or somebody like that, you know.
it's been posted.
All right, I'm back. I had to pee.
But like I was first thing I saw him in was probably Shameless, right? And
Yeah.
He was my, like, I loved Fiona just because, but
Yes.
I related to Lip. Lip was my in. Like he was the person in the show that I was most felt I was most like, right? There's always an in. I think writers have to consider that. Some people consider it self-insert, but you got to give everybody an in. If you want to hit all four of those quadrants, you've got to give everybody an in.
And I like this dude, man. I like him and everything.
He's straight.
You know,
I've probably seen him at a dozen Pearl Jam shows in the last 5 years.
Oh wow.
4 years, 3 years.
yeah, because he's doing. Is he from Chicago though? Because he's not from there,
Yes,
but I
he's
know.
he's
from the
Chicago.
Chi?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
because that place that place that the Bears based on, that's like an old the Beef of Chicago. What did it used to be called? Degrassi.
Mr. Beef.
The Beef. Yeah, it's just called the Beef. That's a real place in Chicago, man. And yeah, I could see him like just going to a ton of Pearl Jam shows and definitely doing like Cubs games and stuff. I could definitely see that, man.
You know,
Oh,
out of
that's
all
him.
of the cast of Shameless, he was not on my bingo card for him to have a
To be the movie star.
yes. My money was always on Cameron Monaghan or Emma Rossum. So
Yeah, Emmy Rossum, she I think she felt jilted by the whole thing and cashed out, and she's behind the scenes now.
I'm not that fucking sensitive, Terry. I'm just saying because I've worked out a lot in my lifetime, especially when I was in prison. It's all you could do.
I knew it was coming.
And no. So I tried to get him, but some people just can't get I had the flat stomach, and you could punch me right in it, and I wouldn't even feel it.
But here's the thing, Chris: the people
but I could never get abs. I've tried.
The people that are working with these actors to get them, they do this shit in like weeks. They go
the body condition, right? They tell you can eat for 3 minutes, then you got to stop, go drink water, take a shit. I heard it. No, it's crazy what they go through to be able to actually get their bodies like that.
And people used to give De Niro shit about, going from one role to the next, gaining a bunch of weight. Then Christian Bale does it now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Bale lately, so I don't know what he looks like. But if they're fitting him into tight
he's
costumes
getting old,
again,
man. I didn't realize how old we really are getting. I mean, think about this, guys. You know what I thought about today when I was watching somebody react to a movie? It dawned on me that the first Avengers movie was 13 fucking years ago.
Chris, by the way, while you were gone, it was clipped and posted online.
Well, of course it was. That's what he does. That's what he does. But yeah, I'm not that sensitive that I would get mad at somebody saying, that thing that you've got to work out to get abs. You do have to work out a lot.
The publicly available knowledge that I'm not going to bring up here about a comic book writer who was on a movie set with an actor, and they were filming a part for a cameo for an upcoming comic book based movie.
I mean, I know what it is. I know it. Here's a rumor, and I know it's true because I just made it up. All right. Christian Bale will be coming back to the DCU as Batman. I really believe it's going to happen. Oh, man, I want that to happen so bad.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where they're going to put him, but I think he's coming back.
Just give him smaller ears, man, please.
He's coming back for a cameo, or he could be coming back for. I'll talk about it later when we talk about
Clayface
Snyder.
That would be cool. Just have one scene where he's punches.
Here's design of the Batman costume and new symbol.
I don't mind the symbol. The symbol's all right. Yeah, man. I don't know.
It looks good with the black in it, and that's it's very traditional. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. Very traditional. His shorts are
gotten
tighter and shorter.
Are they though? Because it looks like they're cut a little bit lower on the leg, right? Like Corn Sweat's.
Yeah.
Superman. It's got that utilitarian look a little bit.
Right below the ball.
Maybe in the back. Maybe in the
right
back
below the ball sack.
But in the front,
Batwing.
That's the thing about the yellow oval, and Frank Miller gave the most perfect explanation for it in The Dark Knight Returns. Was that it's the perfect target. It's the only thing they can see,
Harry, we don't want you to be good, damn it. All right, what we got next? God damn it.
I was talking to somebody about
the last in the Airbender sequel series. Avatar 7 Havens is in works at Nickelodeon. Will consist of 26 half-hour episodes over 2 seasons. Follows Earthbending twins after a world-shattering disaster where one discovers she's the new Avatar after Korra.
I am not a Last Airbender person or an anime person, but I got a feeling something like this is going to be huge. This will be a big deal for the fans because I know how obsessed my kids were with this shit.
We've been waiting so long for another Airbender another Avatar series that what's been almost 8-9 years since Korra. And I love Korra. I don't care if anybody hates me. I love Korra.
You can love Korra. I struggled with it because they did because of what happened in the fight with, I think it was Unalaq, where they detached her from the previous Avatar cycles.
Oh yeah, that was
And they did not go back and correct it.
no.
I am looking forward to this. I'm a huge fan of the Avatar world.
Hmm.
This is another one of those huge worlds with extensive lore that I dived right into wholeheartedly. I love all of the details they put into it, especially the respective bending styles.
Yep.
I would love, and this is me putting it out into the ether or whatever, for them to correct that one thing that
The M. Night Shyamalan movie.
we
What?
don't
That
speak of
doesn't
that.
exist.
No, I want them to correct that one thing that was wrong with the Korra series.
Yeah.
I have a way for this new Earthbender to reconnect to the previous cycles.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing about being an avatar. You get to pull from the past avatars wisdom and courage and knowledge and
I don't know anything about the show. I watched a few episodes with my son Cody, but my kids loved it and all my friends loved it. All the people at the tattoo shop love it. They fucking love this shit. They eat this shit up, dude. And this could be something like, you know how much praise the X-Men 97 got? I'm hoping that something like this I want people to get what they want, man, especially when it comes to nostalgia stuff like this.
Mhm.
I think I can see this being really, really big.
I can go back and watch the last Airbender over and over. It never gets old, and it's current
Easily.
and so good.
I
You
want
don't realize how good.
I want the animal. What's the animal called, Bruce?
You will need to narrow it down.
The
The
big
one
animal
that
they
makes-
fly on that looks like a panda bear. That thing's dope as shit, and I want one.
Oh,
Is it
the one
Appa?
in the background with the arrow on its head? That's Appa.
Appa.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's the
That's a
flying
bison.
bison.
That thing was
Bison.
always cool. Yeah, that thing was always cool. That thing was always
So it's
cool.
not
Yeah.
not Jigglypuff.
No, it's not Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
Okay.
I
Sky
watched
bison,
a few
yes.
episodes. I watched a few episodes with my son. Like I said, enough to know there's only one Airbender, right? He's the only one.
No.
It's been gone forever, and he was the only one that could do it.
Oh yes, he was the only one.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
At
was
that
the
time.
only airbender. There is a large belief that while he's the only airbender, there were still air nomads around because the Air Nation was known to travel around. And if you look at Ty Lee, one of the three girls that were one of the two girls that were friends with Zuko's sister.
Yep.
She doesn't look like anybody from the Fire Nation. She has she has the face, she has the skin coloring and the eye coloring typical of an air nomad. And her fighting style leans a lot more towards what the air nomads would have done.
Did she do any firebending at all?
Ty Lee, no, that was the one with pressure
Huh.
points.
Yeah, she didn't do any firebending at all, which is weird for someone that was raised in a Fire Nation not to firebend.
Well, neither of Azula's friends did.
Yeah, really, you're right.
Mai was very big into throwing daggers. She was frightening with them. But
yeah.
Ty Lee was all about the energy points, which is
yeah.
something that we later see with Aang in the series.
Yep.
Spoilers.
Right now, I'm that meme of
Oh, that's
Vincent
right,
Vega
Rodan to
standing
be.
in the foyer of Marcellus Wallace's house.
This, if you don't see any other animated series, this is worth the watch. It's not. It has so many adult themes going on.
I think I
and
watched the first season.
So
Wasn't the
good.
first season only like 8 episodes? It was a very short season, and
Mhm.
it was on Nickelodeon, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, it
man,
was.
Cody used to drag me in there and try to get me into anime. He's like 28 now, but he used to try so hard to get me into anime. And the only two that I ever sat and would watch with him was this Avatar one once in a while and Attack on Titan, because that shit was just rad. That was insane. The first episode, the giant motherfuckers are eating his mom and shit. I went, what the fuck am I watching, man? Like, but other than that, I don't really do anime. Look
The
at
thing
Mama
is,
Bear
though,
knowing her shit, all the lore behind this.
this is technically not anime though.
Not
But
anime.
it's just animation. Oh,
Just animation.
Yeah, this is not in the anime because it's not coming from that region. But it is highly inspired by the Asian cultures,
I was gonna
down
say,
to
'cause
the
it
different
definitely feels
the different
very.
bending styles being based off of actual martial arts. And even the two different types we see in the first series being of when it comes to the earthbending, where you see most earthbenders do, I think it's Hungar, and Toph, she does praying mantis. She has a completely different bending style than the other earthbenders.
Oh, so there's like.
I always
different
called it
styles
just
within this
American
stuff.
anime.
We got another $2 super chat. See, I told you, Chris.
What's he talking about? I don't even know what he's talking about now. What's he
I have
talking
no
about?
Vindication. Suck it, Chris.
I'm guessing he's an Airbender fan.
Yeah, he's a very big Airbender fan. Yeah.
Where's
He's-
Airbender streaming for anyone that wants to watch it?
It is on Netflix.
He probably owns
is
it.
on
If there's a
Netflix.
steelbook of it, he probably fucking owns it because he's addicted to buying steelbooks.
I believe it's on Paramount Plus as well.
Suck it, Chris. Suck it.
If it's Nickelodeon, it's on Paramount Plus.
Look, he even knows where it's at. This fucking a bunch of
I
fucking.
think you should
nerds.
start watching it tonight,
You
Chris.
fucking nerds, man. I'm busy watching Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man because I told you I would. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I've been watching.
There's also a Avatar movie coming out. It's Aang when they're adults, so I'm looking forward to that also.
Directed by Ang Lee. Fuck you. That was funny, and you know it.
So long as it's the one producer that we all agree is never allowed near this franchise again.
That would be M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
He's never allowed near. He's never allowed near it because he has never been near it before.
What production company did it come out on? Was it Lionsgate? What?
This
the
movie's
M. Night
being
Shyamalan. No, and the M. Night Shyamalan one. Was that
I don't know.
Paramount? Was it? What was
I
it?
didn't even bother watching it.
I watched.
I had to watch it. And
There's going to be 3 Avatar movies. The first one is directed by Lauren Montgomery, and she did. At least I'm assuming Lauren is a woman. She did Voltron, the Legendary Defender, which was excellent on Netflix.
Yeah, no, that's a very fun one. I do like that one. And the Transformers Cybertron shit was pretty good too. I don't watch a lot of cartoons, but yeah, man, and I'm really excited for Henry Cavill and Voltron. I'm really excited.
That was the first indication it was going to be a dumpster fire when he changed Aang's name.
He changed Aang's name?
M. Night Shyamalan? Yeah. He changed it from Aang to Ung.
Wow.
Oh my god. I'm so glad I never watched
Troy
it.
said Ong. Who the fuck is Ong?
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, we're calling him Ung because that's more of how they would have pronounced it in India. This is not inspired by India.
All right. Let's move it on because we spent enough time on this.
Buried
and
the lead long enough.
We're getting into the thumbnail, guys. Thumbnail.
You need some you need to drop right now. Some Slayer, some Iron Maiden, something. Drop it.
Dude, I will play Trooper right now.
The Trooper, that's what I was gonna say. The Trooper. Fuck yeah.
All right. Let's move on to James Gunn posted this on his social media account. Always a pleasure catching up with my friends. Hey, always a pleasure catching up with my friend ZACK Snyder, consummate filmmaker and a doubly consummate storyteller. So, for me, he was shown Superman a little screening for his friend Zack Snyder, and we're using friend as Hollywood friend.
Yeah, they're
And
they're
YouTube
professional friends.
friend,
not best friends,
YouTube friend, because people
Yeah.
on YouTube throw that word around way too much. He was there to see a screening of Superman, and for me,
You think
I'm
they have a
thinking
parasocial
James Gunn
relationship?
is going to write a project, and Zack Snyder is going to direct it, and I'm thinking it's going to be Superman 2, directed by Zack Snyder, with set in the future, with Henry Cavill coming back as older Superman to fight Lobo. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, that's a good theory.
Which Superman? Superman from the 853rd century. Superman 1,000,000.
Yes.
You know what?
Well, Kingdom Come Superman. Let's
I
go.
have to be positive now. I have to actually be positive for a minute here. Oh my fucking god! It's gonna. Yeah.
That sounded good. That sounded really good. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have a cigarette. Talk amongst yourselves.
I at first when I saw this picture, I remember thinking, ha ha, all the people that fucking all the Snyder bros that was like, yeah, Gunn's a piece of shit, and he never liked this. At first I was like, ha ha, but then I started thinking about it, and man, I really want them to do something together, man. Like I really believe that these two could do something together, and that Zack could come back into the DCU somehow, man. Like I could actually see it happening. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead. I could see it happening, man. And then everybody gets what they want, and everybody shuts up, and the big civil war between the DCU and the fucking Snyder people ends, and just everybody gets what they want. Give us the Snyderverse back, or a piece of it. Just give us Zack back. Fuck it, because I like everything he's ever done, and that's no lie. I'm one of the few people that likes Sucker Punch. I love that movie. So I'm actually positive about this, but it probably will be something like Lobo, or I don't know who the authoritarians are, or whatever the authority, whatever they're called. I don't know much about the owl people, or whatever they're called, the owl Court of Owls. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff.
There's one authority. There's one member of the authority in Superman, and there will be two members of the authority introduced in Supergirl.
There you go. And maybe it could be the authority then. Yeah.
It's been long rumored that James Gunn was at the very least co-writing the authority screenplay, and possibly considering directing it, but.
But all I'm saying is,
here's the thing about the authority, Chris, is that their deal is they had motto. One of their mottos was change or die.
So they're a darker side, but they're a darker side of DC, right? Which means Zack would.
Yeah, they started out at Image, and then when
I look at this picture,
Jim Lee in.
I look at this picture, and here's what I think about. Okay, the Chuds, the fucking everybody for one night when Luke came back. Bad CGI or not? What is that?
That's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, for one night when Luke came back, every Star Wars fan was together. There wasn't that Civil War wasn't going on. There was no bullshit about Star Wars sucks. Kathleen Kennedy. For one night, everybody just felt good about something because Luke came back and fucking he ripped shit up. This picture, I'm hoping this picture will do that. For Snyder, DC, Marvel, all the people that love seeing these two together and have wanted these two to work together. But you know what's going to happen. People are going to shit all over this. It's going to happen.
The authority is in just, if you look at the comics, especially the original run, the Ellis Hitch run, and then later into the Miller and Quietly stuff, like their whole MO is we're going to go into this dictatorial country, with an authoritarian regime. And we're just going to go ahead and eliminate the army and take out the prime minister. And then what was it? Stormwatch or another organization will come in here and help you rebuild your government into a more democratic type. Their thing, they just didn't fuck around, man. They would, Apollo would happily vaporize a world leader if it meant the freedom of the free world and maybe even the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of a treatise against modern superhero comics where everybody had to be, nice.
Yeah, good or
They're
bad.
pretty much how Batman and Superman do have their limits on what they will and won't do. Their motto, like the Grossi said, is pretty much
Change or
whatever
die.
it takes. Whatever it takes.
So
Yeah,
you think he
change or
might direct
die.
something like that? You think he might direct something like that, or
That just
that's what I'm
I've said it
talking.
from
I'm
the
talking about
jump is that
this
he
picture?
would be
That's what
the
I'm talking.
perfect director for something like that.
Yeah, but what's going to happen? You know, because there've been a lot of people that just shit on this man, and there's been a lot of people that shit on this man. You know what I mean? And now you see these two men together. What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
They're just going to have to get over it, man.
You know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen?
Like they can re into the void until it's echoed back at them.
Because I've always said I want Snyder to come back. I would love to see him finish the Snyderverse. I just don't think it's going to happen. The minute I put that, but I just don't think it's going to happen in there, motherfuckers will come for you, bro. They will come for you, man. And I'm a huge Snyder fan. You know, like I don't know, man. I really hope he gets back in the DC universe somehow, man.
Yeah,
I really do.
A pretty clear signal that whatever he did before is what was done before, and that moving forward, he's obviously welcome. And you know, there's doing this 300 series for Max.
Yep.
So, you know, the door's wide open. I've always felt that it has been. Just
how much more does he owe Netflix on his contract?
I think it's just an open-ended deal. I think
okay, because I don't really like talking about all that. Oh, he's got to stay here. He's under contract here. Merger this, merger that. Is that?
Yeah, nobody has to stay anywhere.
I was just wondering if he had.
When you hear like exclusive deal, that just means it's just hyperbole. It's just nobody's exclusive.
Because I love both these men, and I have for a long time, man. And seeing them together, first I was like, the internet's gonna break, ha. And then I just looked at it and I went, man, I hope everybody can just be happy about this one picture. Even if it's for one fucking day, be happy about this picture, because this could turn into some cool shit.
Yeah. That's never say never.
Oh, that's what the Authority looks like. Holy shit.
Yeah, they've got like Apollo and Midnighter or Superman and Batman, but they're
they got like a female Silver Surfer looking chick.
That's the girl. That's the character that's in Superman, the engineer.
Yeah, engineer.
Oh, okay, they got like a hawk.
She works.
Girl.
So that's Swift. They have a thing. They fly around in this giant spaceship that exists exists in the veins of the multiverse, right? It's called the Shift Ship, and she communicates with it. And yeah, I don't think they're going to call the DCU multiverse the multiverse. I think they're going to call it something else.
Elseworlds, probably Elseworlds.
No, the bleed will definitely be part of that. And the bleed is the space between multiverses.
Maybe I got to do it, Bruce. You ready? Maybe.
Okay. For anyone that doesn't know the Authority, here's the picture of the Authority.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, shit. But dude, pull up the Superman. Superman led the Authority for a year.
Superman and the Authority.
And check out his symbol when he led the Authority.
I have two more theories.
Logo.
Okay, here we go. I have two more theories, Bruce. Ready? One is.
Well, hold on before you get your theories. Let Mama Bear give her thoughts on this.
I just want to talk about Andy Muschietti getting fired, and that's probably what Zack Snyder's going to direct is Batman Brave the Bold. Or it could just be, the other theory is it could just be a picture, guys. It could just be a picture.
Hawksmoor and the Doctor. They're the screen right, the guy in the white t-shirt and the guy in the purple tunic. Those are the two characters I understand to have been cast in Supergirl. All
right, here's the picture of hold on, wait, what is this? Oh,
there's a beautiful hitch cover with Superman and the Authority like all flying in the.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh wow, Superman's got gray hair and shit. That's pretty dope.
Who do we got? We got Steel. Well, Natasha Irons, Apollo. Who's the? I don't know who that is. I got the hardcover right in front of me.
Who's the green girl?
The green girl.
Yeah, you know,
Isn't that is it Enchantress?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
Any of
see
these
the
people.
Doctor. I see.
I
Is that,
think
and that's Mongal. Remember
I think that's
Mongal from?
Enchantress.
I can pull that hardcover up. That was Grant Morrison and
that's Manchester
Michael
Black, right?
Janin. Where?
Or is that Jenny
On the
Spark?
bottom, yeah. That's Manchester Black.
Manchester
yeah.
Black, all right.
Apollo,
all right.
Midnighter, Superman, Mongal.
All right, Mama Bear, what's your thoughts?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm waiting for this one.
I
Where's
know
my
you're waiting
kid?
for this one.
Yes, I
Bruce
am.
Bruce knows. Bruce probably already has a good idea of what I'm going to be saying.
Yeah.
When it comes to this picture, I know there's a lot of people already running around on Twitter going, "Oh, see, they're best friends." Yep. Don't give me that. If they're such good friends, why do we only have 2 pictures of them at 20 years apart? No. If this is anything beyond he's getting screened this movie as is as a courtesy or whatever, sure, that's what I believe it probably is. But if this is potentially him being invited to come back to WB to do some sort of movie, if it's not Justice League 2, I don't really care. I'll say it straight out. If they're not going to finish Zack's story, it's a waste of my time.
I wonder how they could finish it, though. I mean, would you have to recast?
Oh,
Do you bring all the? Because he does have a cast, Mama Bear. He does, but are those people too busy to come back? They've all moved on to different projects and stuff. Ben Affleck says he doesn't want anything to do with Warner Brothers. Like, it's crazy.
No, Ben Affleck specifically said he wouldn't work for James Gunn.
Right, but he's the one. Well, maybe not Warner Brothers. DCU. He's running DC, is what I'm saying. So.
He wouldn't direct anything for James Gunn. But I did have friends who were at Full Circle, and did ask directly actually Zack if he would be interested in continuing, if potentially through a third party, and Zack said yes. And Ben, who got asked a question later, looked at my friend and said, and to this guy, absolutely. Ben would come back. They all would come back for Zack. And even if they don't, majority of us really don't care. You could recast it all so long as he gets to finish the story.
Yeah, and it would be what? It would be the evil Superman and Darkseid and all that stuff, right? It'd be Red Super. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. I don't know if it'll happen, but that would be very cool. But I just like the fact that we might get some more Zack in the DC. I think that's cool. Lobo, you might be right about that.
Lobo.
Because remember when I think that's what everyone was it the Crow? Remember when Momoa freaked out and he couldn't talk about it, but he was telling everybody what he gets to do, and it's been his dream thing forever. It was either the Crow or Lobo. I don't know what he was talking about, but this was when he was still working for Snyder. So I don't know, man. Like, it could be the Lobo thing.
Lobo is the character he's always wanted to play.
Boo.
That would be the equivalent of me getting a call to voice Catwoman. I would be.
You could do it. You could do it though. I'll listen to you, be Catwoman.
You'd listen to me read ingredients off of a cereal box.
Exactly. Matter of fact, go get a fucking cereal box right now and do it.
I threw them out.
In any Aquaman related projects moving forward, Jason Momoa will still be involved. Make of that what you will. He's not necessarily done with the character.
There's nothing that says he can't play both characters.
Even if there's a way to bring.
I'm not going that far. What I'm saying is that he's definitely going to be involved in executive producer capacity.
Even if they could bring him back older, like an older generation of superheroes, the Justice League has gotten old. I'm in. Logan was phenomenal. If you could do that with a DC movie, I'm in. I don't know, man. I don't know, and I never feed into this shit. I'm never like, oh, the Snyderverse might come back. I fucking never do this shit. But now I'm thinking maybe, even if it's not the Snyderverse, we get Snyder back in DC, and I'm cool with that, man. I am. I'm absolutely cool with that because I love all.
I've been a part of the Cell community for 2 years now, openly. I make no qualms about it, and I am because one, I believe in the guys who started it. They've had my back on a number of things, but as somebody who is a creative myself, I would hate, it would kill me inside to have something as fantastic as what he planned out for this universe and to have it ripped away, to not be able to finish it. It would literally eat me up inside. That's why I want to see it. I want to see him go down the same route as Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who had originally planned on ending it at the Reichenbach Falls. But because of a huge fan write-in request, he wound up producing 15 more books, which included arguably the most popular among all of the Sherlock Holmes books, Hound of the Baskervilles.
Oh, yes.
Let him finish his story.
I would love for him to be able to finish his story.
Yeah.
I've always said that, but I don't know how it will happen. And there's so much fucking debris now in the past. That highway's got so much fucking debris on it, man. But I've always wanted him to be able to finish his shit. It's just that when I say I don't think it's going to happen, people will come for you, man. Like they'll flip out.
Mm-hmm. And if
And
you
I don't
say
do the whole
anything pro,
on the internet.
if you say anything pro ZACK or even whisper Gunn's name, conversely, the antis will come at you.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
crazy.
had horrible stuff said towards me. Just
Somebody
because
needs to
I'm
build
in
a
favor of this.
wall. Just build a wall between the two fandoms.
I'd love to. I'd really love to.
I've seen it. I'm not a part of any of these fandom communities. I enjoy both directors. I will say this: when there was a ceasefire, people wanted to go poke the bear on Twitter and people's streams, and then go, "It wasn't me, not me." But if you ask for the smoke, you're going to get the smoke.
Right, that happened? Who did that?
If you ask for smoke, I'm bringing fire. That's where I'm at, man. It's like, this is awesome. Obviously, there's no, like, what is the saying? What is that stupid? This has always been stupid as fuck. Let the bridges I burn light my way. Have you heard that one?
Yes.
Here's the thing, man. They're not going to light your way. They're going to light your way back, but you burn the fucking bridge and you can't go back. There's no light going forward until you burn the bridge behind you.
And then you got to burn another bridge and another bridge.
Yeah, and then it's like people are like karma. No, you get karma in the next life. When it hits you in this life, it's called instant karma, and it's going to get you. Right? But these two dudes have worked together before at Hollywood. People like friends with, who's friends, right? It ain't show friends. It's show business.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said earlier, the same thing with YouTube. Everyone's friends until they're not. Clicks and money is involved.
Yeah, the motherfuckers get weird. You know how many people I've been friends with before they blew up? Yeah, man, and then they get weird. They get crazy. It gets a little fucking.
They like come kiss the ring. Like
book worth of shit.
There are a couple channels I got started and that are hugely popular that have both blocked me.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he
could definitely come back and do it. Pretty much, I think he would be able to do whatever he wanted. Mm-hmm. Right? He would have a pick of projects because he has that cachet, right? And he's got the bona fides. He's been there before. He knows how it plays. It's with a more, regardless of what anyone thinks, a more stable leadership, right? Who is already 6-8 projects deep in various stages of production, pre-production, and development. And anything could happen except that. And that is.
And they both have incredible portfolios, man. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they should.
I will say this. I understand what has happened to Zach at WB and what was done to him while he was going through a difficult time with his family. But at the same time, all those people are gone. And if Zach can forgive and move on and move past it, maybe, you know, some of Zach's fans can find it in their heart to move on with Zach and just celebrate Zach as a director and as a creative. And, you know, that's just you know, a little olive branch. I would like to see everybody united and stuff.
Yeah, I want everybody to get what they want. And I've always been like that. And everyone's like, Chris is fucking soft. Chris is a fence rider. No, piss me off, and you'll see how much fence rider I am.
Max. I thought you were
that's
Max.
the thing. It's like, you know, that's the thing. Are you taking shots or are you being honest about calling somebody out on their bullshit? And they're two different things, right?
If it's somebody, yeah, exactly. You know, I don't throw shitty shots out there. Oh, ha, Chris didn't get, or, you know, the gun fans didn't get what they want. Chris didn't get what he wants. Like people will do that, and it's so fucking childish. I want to see everybody get.
King, what's going on, King? King is calling out Chris. Let's go.
Hi, King.
Oh. I just got goosebumps when you said that. Oh.
And I'm going to guess that at this point, Zach is moved on. I hate to use those words.
Yeah, no, but I mean, he probably has. He's probably. I mean, you got to get over that.
He's
shit
done.
You got to
get
over that.
He's done multiple projects since. He's been developing multiple projects since. Mm-hmm. You know, he's never. I don't think he's ever really been one. I mean, he's looking back with 300, I guess.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking forward to that 300.
There's going to be so much man ass to ass in that show.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
Yes, and being that it's Zach doesn't give Zach doesn't care about
my boy right there, King.
Who is offended by his art. He's gonna do it anyway. Twilight of the Gods was evident of that. We had a game. Well, not even a what do you call it? Daisy chain. Like the first episode,
a human centipede.
Yes.
No.
What? Wait, what is Twilight of the Gods?
That scene, I was like, whoa.
What is Twilight of the Gods? I thought that was something he's working on and hasn't done yet.
No, that came out last January.
Yeah. It's spectacular. It's amazing. You should watch it.
I thought it looked like Johnny Test.
It's Skywalker did it for cartoons and serial fresh when it came out, and he had me on for every time we did the watch along, because I am a huge mythology nerd. So I gave them all sorts of background information on that, on the various characters. It was absolutely beautiful. That is the kind of thing I love to see, and is the details that you get to see that is pure from Zach, that he will put in such layers, in such fantastic, I'm going to say it again, fantastic details that I don't see from a lot of other directors.
I will say that there was one scene at that show that caught me by surprise.
There's a few.
When Loki turned into a horse and got banged, I was like,
yeah,
what the hell?
Yeah, Zach's got a bit of a sadistic streak in him.
Like a centaur or like an actual
No, it was horse.
I'm watching this.
Mr. Hands.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely watch it. Do not watch it with children around.
No.
I don't have any children around.
At all. Don't watch it with your parents.
Awesome, isn't it, Chris?
I will say this. Don't watch it with Thade in the room.
He's got his own room. He's got his own room. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Don't watch it with anybody that you wouldn't watch Showgirls around.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to watch porn with Thade, but that's you guys. But
That's the weirdest
It's-
thing ever,
there
man.
are
It's
some
like
scenes
two
it's borderline.
dudes, like just two dudes hanging out watching porn.
Watching
Isn't that just the
porn,
weirdest
that's so
ever?
fucking. That's so weird. Oh,
It's a
never.
thing.
Yeah, dude.
It's a
Yeah,
thing.
like
It's a thing.
no. Sorry, man.
When I first started my job and I went into the locker room, mind you, these are all law enforcement veteran guys. Every morning for 4 to 5 years before it stopped, there was porn on the TV at 7:00 in the morning without
I
fail.
believe that. Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on here? Why is this a thing?
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god!
So on that note, cruising hit 4K Tuesday.
Oh, really? I need to
Yeah.
pick that up because cruising is
It's
one of my favorite
it's a little pricey right now, but I don't think that's going to change.
No,
Yeah, if you
I don't-
collect and just a fair warning for anybody who collects toys, especially toy collectors who get their things shipped, aside from the post office nonsense, the toy business is about to go through some stuff.
Most of my shit always comes UPS, or I put in the legwork to get it.
Well,
That's one of my favorite parts, to find what I want. Putting in the
You're
legwork
gonna-
is fun. When you find
you're
one
gonna
out in
see-
the wild, holy
I just
shit!
saw a breaking news story from the
Breaking
Washington Post
news.
about the president dismantling the postal service.
Yeah, they're dissolving. He's dissolving the board of directors of the United States Postal Service.
It's never been done
That-
ever.
The United States Postal Service is mandated in the Constitution.
Yes.
Everything happening
What?
is kind of scary. Mama Bear, can I come stay with you? You're in
Man.
Canada. I mean,
Are
I'll
you able
get
to
out
cross the border?
I
the
mean,
thing
I'll
is
find
that
a
we
way
have to
across that
consider
border.
that
Don't
they
you
weren't
worry about
building-
that.
we're getting to the point, and this sounds terribly alarmist, but we're getting to the point where I'm starting to think they're not building the walls to keep people out.
Building to keep us in.
I have a lot of guns. I'm not scared.
That was scary. All right, back to Zack Snyder.
Just one question before we hop back to Zach. What's going to
Yes.
happen to all the people that work for the United States Postal Service?
Fired.
So they're just fired?
Oh,
Fired.
There's somebody I need to check.
That's
on
going to send
How are
our
they going to move mail?
See what happened was, I forget when it happened, but Congress forced the Postal Service. The reason why you always hear that the Postal Service is losing money, and because it's never meant to make a profit. It's never been that way. But what Congress did was they forced the Postal Service, it's called, to be able to, in their budget, cover the pensions, the retirement fund of everyone who's ever worked for the post office. For 75 years from that day to 75 years, it's like a rolling 75-year thing. So the Postal Service always has to be flush enough to pay for its retirement for 75 years. It's called the unfunded mandate. And Congress foisted this upon them, right? Did you know you used to be able to go get loans at the post office? Low interest loans, low interest personal loans. That the post office effectively served as a bank, that you used to be able to go there. There would be, somebody that worked there was a notary public. You could get stuff notarized. They used to provide so many more services than just delivering your mail or holding your mail for you. But they forced all that stuff out, man. Yes, it was Republicans that did that, and it's been a drain on that system for decades. And the goal, the hope was that at some point we were going to get those things back, but that's not going to happen.
Well,
And basically what we're going to have to be relying on is Amazon for our mail.
but Jeff Bezos is going to be named Postmaster General.
So I'm scared for me because I'm a loudmouth who says a lot of shit in public and online, who tends, in my real life, I tend to make a lot of people displeased with me just by offering my opinion. Right. These are all people back home and where I grew up who just can't see the forest for the fucking trees anymore. Like people who subsist on government assistance, who voted against their own self-interest. And I'm the stupid one. I'm advocating for you too, dude. If you can get it, right? Dude can't feed his kids. How many kids? He probably doesn't know, right? Fucking like a hippie troll. Like, what happened to hippies, man? They're all Trumpers now.
All right,
But this
back
post
to
office shit is frightening to me, man.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. All right, back to the conservative Republican James Gunn. No,
hope
Okay.
you're, like I said,
Actually,
hope your route
I
is
do want to
profitable,
answer.
because if you live in a rural area, you're going to be fucked if they can't make enough money. There's no profit in getting you your mail. You're not going to get your mail.
Go ahead, Mama
I
Bear.
just quickly want to answer one question that Chris had. Like, how is the mail going to move without the United States Postal Service? I actually do have experience with this because, some of you know, we did have a strike with our postal service.
Yeah.
Back in December. And it was darn near a month long. They're finally catching up to the backlog.
Wow. Yeah, because even after your strike ended,
all of the other,
after your strike ended, it was still like 3 weeks before I was able to mail something to Canada.
All of the other delivery services did their best to step up to try and cover the holiday rush and all of that. But I will tell you straight up, how is it going to work without the United States Postal Service? It's not.
Yeah, it's
straight up.
And here's another thing: have you ever had something shipped to you via UPS, but in that last leg of delivery, it comes to you via the postal service? Well, UPS terminated that arrangement last week, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So UPS will no longer be functioning as another. So that they've all the privately owned third-party shippers, right? Like FedEx, and they're all those arrangements they had with the Postal Service are terminated. Again, so if you live in a rural area, you're fucked. Yeah, good times.
Good times.
Don't blame me. I didn't vote for him.
I didn't vote for him.
I didn't vote for him. Going back on topic, please. Thank you for that good discussion. This partnership, not best friends, partnership, is mutually beneficial for both. I agree. I think.
Yep. And fickle fandoms are going to be fickle fandoms, and
fanboys are going to be fanboys and hate on everything.
Yeah, no matter what. Whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, DC, Marvel, you will always get complaining fanboys about what I want,
it's like
I need.
They sit in front of their monitors all day and they're like, come on, big money, no whammies. Give me something to shit on. Let's go.
$6. Man, I gotta go take my insulin and eat something.
No, where
I
you
got
going?
it. I've been here for
Regulate that blood sugar.
I don't care.
But I'll be listening. If I don't make something to eat, I'm gonna pass out.
I'm in a COVID hole right now. My wife's had it for a week. I think I have it now, and I'm trying to. And my dad's still here for a couple more weeks, and I'm trying not to give it to him.
Oh wow!
I had
Good
it.
time.
When did I have it, Bruce? About 2 weeks ago. I had it. It was pretty bad. About 3 weeks. It lasted about 3 weeks. It was rough. Anyway,
I don't want to hear that.
I'll be listening. Love you guys. Everybody be good.
Take it easy,
Food.
Chris.
I need food. And abs. I need food and I need fucking abs, man. All right.
You gotta choose. You gotta choose one. You gotta choose one. You can't have both.
All right, moving on. What do we have? Will Smith says Hancock 2 is in the works. They plan to approach Zendaya for a role. Whoa. I don't know. Can is there enough story to tell for Hancock 2?
I don't think so.
Yeah, like why? I mean, sure. Maybe was it a Sony movie?
Yeah, I believe it was Sony.
Oh yeah, they've been putting out great movies lately.
Well, not their Spider-Verse stuff, but the other movies have been doing well. You know, maybe Sony should just outsource their
Yeah, Sony from the top down.
Yeah. I know. I saw this today. I was like, I didn't really care for the first Hancock. They never really explained how they. I don't know. It just where did they come from? Why? Who cares?
Yeah, this is just. I think this is just him putting it out there, negotiating in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, which a lot of actors have been doing lately.
It's always been a thing, but it's really seemed to have become like the thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Somebody says something. Somebody says something to Sarah Michelle Gellar about a Buffy reboot or a Buffy Legacy sequel series, or her returning to Buffy years later, and then oh, wouldn't that be awesome? She says, and then one of the rags runs with Sarah Michelle Gellar details Buffy sequel. Like no, she didn't.
It's in production, guys. It's in production.
Yeah, and then I go on YouTube and I see one channel after another, one stream, one video after another about Buffy returns. Nobody read the article. It doesn't say that at all. It says moving towards a pilot order. They don't even have a pilot order yet.
Oh.
Which means that they don't have a script, right? They've just got it. They're building a creative team and putting a room together, right? And then that'll who knows how long that'll take. And then they'll go through multiple iterations to break the story and to get it right. And that's before they even think about how much money they're going to spend, right? And then because they'll blue sky it. They'll be able to just the sky's the limit, write whatever you want, and then we'll pare it down from there. It's like live TV. You're pulling cards while people are trying to read them, right? And no, I don't believe it. He was negotiating in public.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think this is happening. And I just I got tagged on X from a viewer, James the Mitchell. He said the only DC project greenlit that doesn't have a director is Clayface.
Clayface has a second unit director.
I didn't even think about Zack Snyder directing Clayface.
No, if the James McAvoy stuff's true, it's James Watkins.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Moving on from actor wants job.
Because if we're talking about the character being an actor who has a certain amount of vanity, who's taken this drug to stay young and beautiful, but instead becomes a giant clay monster, you're going to have to be somebody, handsome. I'm straight enough to admit that James McAvoy certainly fits that.
Yeah.
So
after a few minutes I watch of See No Evil, yeah.
That movie offended me.
Really?
Watch the original, and they just Americanized the shit out of it, and it disappointed me to no end. It was great till then, but it doesn't end quite as happily as it does. The original doesn't end quite as happily as
I don't like
the
my
American
movies.
remake.
I don't like happy endings in movies. How about
then you really need to watch the original one. I think it's on Shudder.
I gotta get. I think Shudder's the only streaming service I don't have. All right.
Shudder and Night
next
Flight.
up,
Shudder and Night Flight are my two go-tos.
Marvel TV exec Brad Windenbaum says Marvel is exploring the idea of bringing the Defenders characters into the MCU. I can't say much, but I'll tell you that it's so exciting to be able to play in that sandbox. I can see them bringing these characters in season 2 of Deadpool. Daredevil.
Yes, give Ryan Reynolds a Deadpool TV series, please.
Yes. God
Please.
no. God no.
Yes.
No.
Oh, he looked like he'd been. He's been going through some shit, man, because he looked rough on the SNL thing the other night.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, she looked great. He
looked
did
great.
not.
I pledge allegiance to the Ryan, the Reynolds, and the Holy Deadpool. Okay.
Well, probably won't be long before you see him again.
Yeah.
Good.
I
Honestly,
was
I
surprised.
would love if he did cameos in all of the movies. I've
Well,
said
you're
it. I've said
probably
it
in
multiple
luck.
times. I will keep saying it.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be a very lucky person.
Good. Like a huge Hulk fight going on in the background, and there in the background is Deadpool buying an ice cream.
Oh,
Give me that, or him going
Or he
by
just-
on a scooter.
He just walks through the TVA office in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I like Jessica Jones and Luke. Danny Rand, the actor they can replace and recast.
But they don't.
Nah, no, they won't. But I would like it to be the Sword Master from the comics as Iron Fist, but they're not gonna do that. See, even Terry agreed. All this, yes, except Iron Fist. This is the story already where he dies and Colleen takes over as Iron.
Yeah, at least give him the respect of closing out his story, and
yeah,
because I didn't hate that show.
I have to watch. I only watch. I have to watch Luke Cage. I have to watch. Luke Cage, and I have to watch Defenders. I didn't watch the Defenders either, or Iron Fist.
I didn't think the Defenders was great. It's probably my least favorite of all of the shows.
You would think it would be good because it had all of the men.
I mean, it's not terrible. I don't hate it.
I
think the deal with Moon Knight is like his return to Poe Dameron was contingent upon him getting another run at Moon Knight.
I didn't like the first season. I wasn't a fan. All right, moving on.
I think they'll make that announcement at Celebration.
I just threw this in here. Ethan Hawke says it's crazy to cast actors based on their Instagram followers. Sometimes I'll be setting a movie up and someone will say, "Oh, you should cast Susie." I'm like, "Who is she?" She has 10 million followers. I'm like, "Okay, cool. Has she acted before?" No, but
you know why he said this?
Why?
Because his daughter said that she's been on shows where she's worked with people that were cast for that very reason. This is his response to somebody asked him what he thought of what Maya said about working with people who've never acted, but they just have high follower counts and stuff. Right? There's an actual, it's an interview. Look up Maya Hawke, search up Maya Hawke, Instagram followers or something. There's a interview with her talking about it.
I think I don't know. I've seen it's like casting reality TV stars for TV shows and movies. It never works. They're not actors. If they were actors, they wouldn't be reality TV show stars.
Has there ever been one that like didn't end up Secretary of Transportation or anything like that?
Reality TV star?
Yeah, that somebody who's went from that to
a TV show or movie. Yes.
Yeah, with great success, and it's continued.
Success, yes. Continued, no. Nene Leakes. She was she did Broadway. She was on Glee, and she got her own TV show, and then her career just tanked.
What'd she do? I mean, she had to have done something. Did she get a meme coin and did a rug pull, or?
I have no idea. once they leave the housewife shows, I stop following them.
Never seen one of those shows. Never seen an episode.
Next up, Martin Scorsese is attached to direct a star-studded crime package set in Hawaii. A new package that hit the town would star Dwayne Johnson, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Emily Blunt, with a script from journalist and author Nick Bilton. Ooh. This
What
is
the fuck would this be
I never
about?
thought I would see The Rock in the same movie, attached to a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Scorsese. That's just like, wait, what?
Oh, is it the Silk Road movie?
What's Silk Road movie? What's Silk Road movie?
Nick Bilton has a book called American Kingpin, and it's about Ross Ulbricht and all that. But it was the movie that the Coen brothers were going to reunite.
The Dark Web.
Yeah, the Dark Web guy, the Russ Ulbricht, the pirate. Did he do Pirate Bay too?
Yeah, Pirate Bay.
I can't remember if I know he started Silk Road, but he just got pardoned, a full and unconditional pardon last month.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
What? Wow.
Yeah, you didn't. Silk Road's back up, man. You need to order a hit on someone. You need to purchase some weapons and drugs. Silk Road is back in business.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what this has to be.
Hey, Cheeseman, The Rock is back.
Because
how did The Rock convince Scorsese that he could act?
Probably going to play the agent who brings him in.
I would watch this. I'm not a big fan of Leonardo DiCaprio, but I will watch this.
I love me some Leo.
I can't stand him. I really can't. I don't know why. Every time I see him in a movie, I'm just like,
I think he's good.
You didn't want him to paint you like one of his French girls?
Whoa.
Do I hear a hungry cat?
Not hungry. Okay. She's not hungry, or at least not
just
for
looking
food.
for attention. Yeah,
you can buy mad drugs on there too.
It's what we call noisy week.
Noisy week.
But that's as noisy as she gets.
All right, we got 2 more slides.
That's the boy.
We got 2 more slides to get through. Next up, DC Studios has permitted the development of Constantine 2 as a potential Elseworlds movie, says director Francis Lawrence. I haven't felt this excited about how real it could be in the 20 years since we made the first one. So it has a real possibility. It's still there, hanging on.
I don't believe it.
Make it already.
I don't think there was never going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
It's not to say that he's not going to come back as the character, but I think there's intent for the character elsewhere, not Elseworlds.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
My problem with
Keanu has said that's one of the things that he would love to finish, to do another sequel.
I believe it.
Movie with
I believe it.
Is Constantine.
And it's Francis Lawrence still gets shit done. But
yeah.
The only thing about this, I love Constantine as a supernatural thriller action movie, but it wasn't Constantine. Was not Constantine from DC. It was so not Constantine. He did not
just Americanizing him. I was like it's not like I don't see it as a John Constantine movie.
Yeah.
It's just
it's not.
It's a perfectly fine film.
Yeah.
Right. But I just kind of in my head, the way it plays for me is like, okay, this is a supernatural, paranormal thing and shadows of the character and the comic and all that, But other than that, yeah, 20 years. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Francis Lawrence is going to be making Hunger Games movies for the rest of his life. Come on.
They address fans not embracing it because of the differences. I know. I just want my Constantine to be Brit, and they made a huge mistake. If they'll make it a big mistake if they don't cast the Constantine from the Constantine TV show and Legends of Tomorrow as DCU's Constantine. That would be
no.
huge.
Matt Ryan was fantastic, but
Oh yes,
perfect.
I think we got to look at somebody, as much as we're looking back in a sense, I think we're really moving forward with a lot of this stuff. And a sequel as an Elseworlds project doesn't smell right to me. But, and there's something else he said about it. Francis Lawrence said about it recently that it's just like, that doesn't sound confident to me, man. There's a lot of probablys and ifs and,
yeah.
Like he's trying to manifest it, and I get it. It's, you don't want, you want to do something, you want to do it, We'll talk about it until it's done. That's my thing. So yeah, I don't know. Good for people who like it.
Yeah.
And people who don't are probably
Yes. The original Constantine was a cult classic anyway.
yes.
I don't think it was a huge hit.
I think it lived on DVD and cable,
Mm-hmm. And last on the deck, the runtime for the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again has been revealed. Episode 1 will be 58 minutes and episode 2 47 minutes.
So it finally came out that it was originally a comedy.
What, Born Again?
Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah. It's gonna be more in line with the Wade and Sammy run, like where it's a little bit more lighthearted and he's got, quips and smart alecky stuff and no one would die and all that good stuff. And that's why they fired everyone and started over.
Yeah, I think fans would have had a revolt on their hands. Marvel would have lost a lot of fans.
I mean, like they really don't know what they're doing. So all they're doing is going back and like whatever worked before, we have to do that. And we're just going to have to dress it up a little bit, make it a little bit flashier,
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad.
I don't know. I think them trying to continue the level of violence and stuff from Netflix. I don't know if they're gonna go as hard as Netflix or towards the 3rd season of that show. It was just like, man, do I really want to finish it?
They said the same thing about Echo. This is as hard as we've ever gone. No, it's not
hard for Disney.
Is it though? I mean, they had Touchstone. Remember Touchstone Pictures?
Yes.
And then they were the primary distributor for Miramax movies. Disney distributed Pulp Fiction.
No, that's right. And I had a lot going on in that movie.
Yeah, and that they used to make, man, those Touchstone movies, even the bad ones are good. That's an era of filmmaking that I don't think we'll ever get back to. Just like medium budget movies with big stars, like comedies and, mid-level actioners and stuff. it's really sad to me that there aren't those. I guess there are, but they're just not as prolific as they used to be. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's we get to the end of the show.
Everybody go see the monkey this weekend.
Yay, we made it. Um,
Nah, go see
also,
Captain America again.
congrats to Canada for winning the Four Nation. That's what it's called.
Yep,
Four
You know
Nation.
how I knew they were going to win?
because they're Canada.
Well, like no, because our fearless leader tweeted some bullshit about
God, I saw
51st
that.
state. Yeah, 51st state
Yeah,
nonsense.
and Governor Trudeau, it's Prime Minister. Get it right, you Oompa Loompa.
Like I don't know. Like I would never assume or presume to speak for your experience, Mama Bear, being Canadian. But all I know is I understood there's been some problems with your prime minister, right? Again, nothing like what we have here. I know no one's ever going to be 100% with their leader, you know.
Exactly.
But he might be the one. Like from where I sit, it's like, is it really the best time to get rid of someone like him?
No.
Now,
honestly, I
my
wish
feeble
he
American
hadn't
opinion.
stepped down. Like he had already announced that he was stepping down. They're just waiting on the party to decide on his replacement.
Yeah, they have to. It's parliamentary, so they have to pick, right? And then, okay, that's what I thought.
I do like how he interacts with Trump. How he does not hold back to him.
Yeah,
you know, he doesn't cave. He doesn't cave in. I that's what I would love to see more of.
But my whole thing right now is that the people that are cheering on the end of the regulatory apparatus that is the United States federal government, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The people that chose this are the very people who rely on those services.
Yep.
And it's not political anymore. We're beyond politics. We're talking about the people who think that they're saving the world aren't the heroes in this story, and they won't be, right?
Nope.
And the people who agree with them, and the people who helped facilitate this, I can't think of the right thing to say that wouldn't get you thrown off of YouTube.
Okay.
But just to say that we have enough rope for that.
Oh, wrong button. Sorry.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
We've got rope for that.
It's going to
be
people
who are telling you, oh, it's going to be much worse than I anticipated it being bad, right?
Yeah.
But not. I thought that there would be some
pushback,
open resistance in Washington, you know.
Nope.
But I see that the other side has abdicated their responsibility. Both sides have abdicated their responsibility. It's just us now. It's just us. No one is coming to help us. No one is coming to save us. And this is, remember back when Obama was president and there was all that uproar about the chickens coming home, Reverend Jeremiah Wright, and the chickens coming home to roost?
Yes.
Yeah, he was ahead of his time, because that's what this is. What he meant then has new meaning now, right? It's not the same, it's different, but it still applies. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We reap what we sow. All that shit. It's unreal, man. I'm glad I've probably got 20 years left, maybe. But my nephews and all of their friends and all the young people I know, right? All the gay people I know, all the trans people I know, of very few, right? There just isn't a preponderance of trans people in the world. I know that's the popular conception, right? That you can't turn a corner without running into a trans person, right? But even in this blue dot that I live in this red mass, you don't see a lot of trans people. You just, how can you tell, like, if somebody's just, like in their sweats with their hair pulled back and shit with a hat on? It's like, I don't care that much. I just want those people to live too, as well as I do, right? Even the assholes who voted for this, I want them to live as well as I do too. But that would probably involve getting a fucking education and, doing better for yourself. But they're not going to do that.
Department of Education is gone. So with that, thank you everyone for hanging out with us for 2.5 hours. Please hit that like, subscribe, and I will be
One
back.
more thing. Gunn and Snyder together again. Snyder and Gunn together again. Let's do this.
Please hit that like button. Thank you. Good night. And tell your friends to watch the show.